evening. It's very. This is an important one. I wanted to share something with you, and I've been sitting here at night thinking about it. Thinking and thinking and thinking. And just going over it in my head of what's going on out there in the world. What was I thinking of? I was going to do something a minute ago. Um, so just hang there. Yo. Just give me a minute, man. I'm not dressed. 1 minute. Alrighty. Alrighty. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening from the cave. Here we are. I'll show you where we are. This is pretty late at night for me, but I thought I would say hello. Alright? And we've lost 5. We've lost more. Fuck yes, I don't care. Look, Dobby the man. How you doing, Harry? I hope you're well, man. This will be seen by more people afterwards anyway than what I normally... 1 minute, that's what I was looking for. Right, hope you're all happy, healthy and well. I keep on getting asked for my hat, so I'll wear me hat for you, okay? Even late at night. Now listen, I want to have a chat. I want to have a chat, nice and quiet. Just, as human to human, okay? And I want to get my other phone for you. And I want you to hear what I've been listening to. And I want you to read what I've been reading, right? You need to turn the TV off. You need to stop playing your PlayStation games. And you need to wake the fuck up. I can't implore you any more than what I am now. For the people that hear my voice and see my head, you might think I'm a crazy old fuck, and that's fine by me. I don't care what you think about me. What I do care is that you hear my voice and you understand. Understand? That's what I care about. Now, a lot of shit has happened in the last 12 hours, okay? Nothing to do with me. All right, it's not drama. It's another different kind of drama. And that is what's going on out there in this coronavirus. Now, you boys need to be taking, and ladies, you need to be taking this very fucking serious from today onwards. Very seriously. All right? China has gone to the extremes of burning its money. It's burning the money. Understand? You understand how important this is? They're burning the money. Everything. Whatever comes into the central bank, they're burning it. They're not keeping it. They're not going out in. It's not going back out into circulation again. Now they use paper money. Their money's paper. Our money's plastic. You better wake up to Australians. You better be washing every note that comes into your hand. You need to sterilise it. Any coin that you accept anywhere, at a shop, I don't care where. You must not handle it with your hands anymore unless it's been washed. I am so serious, guys. You've got no idea how serious I am here. Do not believe these governments. Don't believe them. Okay? Just watch what they do. Don't believe their words. Watch their actions. Because they won't tell you shit, but they'll do plenty. And that gives them away. It shows their card. Now, I've been having these fucking just boom, 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 right? where do you think this is all going to head? Where do you think? Because I'm married to a Chinese lady, right? Now, I fucking, you know I love her, right? I fucking love my wife. I'm not, she's the mother of my child, for fuck's sake. Ask any man out there that's got a mother of their child, and they'll tell you, deep down they still love the mother, of course, because that's the mother of their kid. But she's got family there, okay? Now, I've met the family, I've spent time with the family, and I love the family. They're beautiful people. They do not deserve this. They don't. The aunties, the uncles, the cousins, the little girls, her fucking, my daughter's cousin. Are you kidding me? It brings a fucking tear to my eye to imagine that any of these people are going through this shit. These are normal humans like me and you. Okay, these are normal people, guys. And they're getting wiped out. Wiped out. There are thousands fucking dying. It's gotten to the point over there, ladies and gentlemen, they're burning the money. They're burning it. They're recalling all money from all banks to the central bank and burning it. And then issuing brand new notes. This is something that is very serious. In all of the history of mankind, ladies and gentlemen, have a think about it. In all of the history of mankind, have you ever seen a bank burn its money, recall it all, and burn it? Think about it. I'm 50. I don't even want to admit how old I am, but that's what's mar a little bit. Okay? The second thing, there's so many different points here, but I wanted to share it with you, and I don't want any problems. I just want us to talk as normal humans. Right? I'm talking to you now as Charlie, not as fucking Lord Dobby. I'm imploring you as just a normal Charles Barker human person walking around. You be careful out there, boys and girls. I am imploring you to be careful. I don't care what country you're in. You best be taking care. Don't touch the surfaces. Don't breathe the fucking air. Don't go to stadiums. Don't go to anywhere there's people. You best. I am so. You got no idea how serious I am. It is everywhere. It's in every country. It is going to do a lot of harm. Now, what do you think the end goal of it'll be? I was thinking about that, right? I was thinking, hang on a minute, because this is going to fuck everything up. You realise this, right? Because they won't be able to send any parcels, no boxes, no containers, nothing. Nothing. The country will be shut down. Now, you may have a little chuckle to yourself and all the rest of it, but ladies and gentlemen, wake up. These are normal people over there. And you think you're immune? You think it won't happen to you? Oh my God. Do not be so up your fucking self that you don't think that it isn't where you are. Do not have your finger so firmly planted up your ass you think you're so fucking good that you don't need to pay attention. It was going to do that. This virus has no bounds. It doesn't know rich. It doesn't know poor. It doesn't know black. It doesn't know white. It doesn't know any of that bullshit that you carry. It doesn't care about feelings. It doesn't care about what you want. Don't you understand this? You can't kaboom this. You can't blank it off and go, yeah, it'll be fine. Listen, this could be the fucking big one. If the country closes down, if the country closes down and it's not shipping anything and it's not making anything and everything's closed down, and even their big official leader has said you must go back to work next Monday. He's demanding them to go back to work next Monday, right? And all you got to do is quarantine yourself over there. 14-day quarantine yourself. That's it. Because there's no tests. There's no vaccine. There is no vaccine. You realise there's nothing, boys, out there. They own the patent on it. Yeah, right. But the thing is mutated and changed. And they don't have a specific vaccine for that. You know, you don't have to believe me, man. I spend my evenings listening to the doctors, listening to these people, these professional doctors there talking. That's what I do. I'm not watching Super Bowl and fucking music videos and playing PlayStation. I spend my entire evening listening to these doctors and going through this shit. And you know what I see at the end of the tunnel? You know what I see? Have you guessed it? You guessed what I see at the end of the tunnel, ladies and gentlemen? Have you guessed their plan yet? Have you seen their bigger picture yet? Have you thought about the bigger picture yet? Or have you just been thinking about your own little picture? Because you've got controllers out there. You've got owners. We all do. They own us. And what do you think their plan is? What have they wanted to do for 10 years, I suppose? 5 years? They've been really pushing it. What do you think the end goal will be? Because that's what I've been thinking about, man. Right? That's what I've been thinking about, man. I really have. You know, I think this is all about, you know, and you might call me a crazy old man, but a lot of the things that I've said to you in the past, man, have actually come fruitful in a month's time, 6 weeks' time, whatever it is. I mean, scary as fuck as I feel about telling you about it, I think this is all done on purpose. We know it's done on purpose. Sorry about that. We know it's done on purpose. Okay, you know, it's been released. This is a test thing. I've been telling you this whole time, right? To see the reactions, to see the responses. It's got. They wanted to play God. They thought they could control it, and they can't control this. Because you've got mongrel people out there that are spitting this shit on surfaces. They're doing it deliberately, and they know they're infected people because they can't have any vaccine. They're never going to get fucking better. Don't you understand that? There's no test. They're going to run out of fucking tests real quick. Imagine if this thing hit South Africa or Africa. Could you imagine what it would do? And then I wake up this morning, man, and tonight, 9:30 at night, and we've already got it. We got a case now in Africa, and one dead person in France. A person's died from it in France. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. And when the Western people start to realise what's going on, and the hospitals start to fill up in the Western world, that's when you're going to have panic. That's when you're going to have pandemonium. You think the Chinese are bad. You think the Chinese rah, spitting on a surface and all the rest of it. Imagine what an American will do. Imagine what these crazy fuckers living on the street realise they've got this, that and the other, and they're walking fucking zombie fucking dead cunts because there's no treatment, there's no test, there's no fucking vaccine. There ain't shit. Imagine what the American will do. I am telling you, man, you ain't seen nothing like a fucking American who was facing it, looking at himself and going, mate, I'm a dead fucking man. I'm going to take out as many cunts as I fucking can before I go. That's the American attitude. More so than any Chinese attitude. I think it's a human attitude. It seems to be all over the world, that attitude. But the Americans will be even worse because they're armed. They're armed. Okay, so there's just huge. That's why the president's onto it. That's why the health ministers over there are onto it, because they realise if it gets on the street, if this shit gets on the street, it's going to wipe out fucking every cunt there. It's going to wipe them all out. And they're afraid, because they're rich, right? They live in their private condominiums and all that shit, but this ain't going to protect them from that. This is not going to protect these rich people. So they're panicked. They are panicked over there. I think all the wealthy are fucking panicked. because this thing has no borders. It doesn't care how wealthy you are. There's no test. There's no vaccine. There's no treatment. You know, they're trying to come up with things to treat the person. And then they realise the person's healthy, right? They let the person go. And then the person, 4 weeks later, fucking is booming with the shit. It's come back twice as fucking strong. It's not a complete done. It still lingers. There's so much about this thing, man, that's just not being told. And we need to wake up, right? I haven't read your comments. I hope they're all good. I want good things tonight, boys. Positive shit tonight. The girls are in bed sleeping. I'm not here as Lord Dobby. I'm not here for that. I'm here as a human talking to fucking humans. It is time to turn all that shit off. I mean, you know I don't watch a lot of TV. You know that already. I mean, I don't have a TV. Echo asked me to use the TV for her things, right? So I put the TV back in there because whatever I own is Echo's. And if she asks me, that's fucking done. So if my kid turns around and says, Dad, I want to watch whatever, then I go and get the TV so she can do it. Just like in the morning, I'll go up and get fresh bread for her so she has fresh bread for her sandwiches. She doesn't have yesterday's bread or today's bread. She has fresh bread. Anyway, get back to where we were talking about. It was the corona thing, okay? And I believe the test subject was for a reason. I believe they let it loose for a reason. And they thought they could control it. They thought that they could just do it in the... And because the Chinese didn't come out straight away because of their pride and, you know, they didn't want to get into trouble, all that bullshit. You know how they run, right? And it is to do with pride. It is a lot to do with pride for them, the Chinese. You know, they don't want to admit something went wrong or whatever. And they didn't come out and tell anybody. So this test subject had, I believe, since October. Since October. Okay, so that's before any of this shit. They knew about it. They knew it got out. They knew it got out. Xi Jinping has already come out and admitted that he knew about it. All right? That he knew about it. This is scary shit. It's had a month to get in there, to get inbred, to get fucking in there. And then after that time, they closed the borders, remember? They closed it all, right? But you had 5 minutes... Sorry, I've got to scratch me balls. All right, me balls... I got a big fucking... The baby arm. It gets fucking caught down into the arse cheek. And it, you know, drags my balls down because I've got big balls. Big, hairy fucking balls. So I've got to adjust. I've got to fix the Lord Dobby's fucking ball range. And anyway, it was already out there, man. And then they closed it. 5 million people got out. Okay, 5 million people got out into the world. We're fucked. We're fucked. You better wake up. A lot of people got out of that region before it closed down. And then even when they did close it down, boys and girls, it was only closed down for those residents. If you lived, say, in Beijing and you worked in Wuhan, you were allowed to go home after the lockdown. So you still had people leaving. I can't implore you enough. I really, really can't. Don't you understand it lives on surfaces? Okay, let's discuss that. It lives on surfaces for fucking up to 14 days. 20 days, this shit. So, you've got someone working in the shipping over there, doing the containers. And they sneeze. And it goes onto a box. And then the box goes into the container. So the whole fucking container's, right, you know. And then it gets unloaded. And the person on the other side in another country, right, wouldn't even think about that, right? And he's just doing his normal job. Bang, he got it. You know what I'm saying? That's all it would take. And I was thinking about it. I was thinking, okay, you think it's a test, right? You got it in your head that it's a test, right? Yeah, okay. then if it's a test, why? What's the end goal of it? The test, right? What's digital currency, man? Cashless society. That's what this is about. That's what this is about, boys and girls. This whole game, this whole thing is about bringing in the cashless society. And you guys are going to scream for it. You guys are going to scream for it. Everybody's going to scream for it because you're going to be afraid of your cash. Brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Don't you understand, ladies and gentlemen, that a government doesn't care about, like, they could pretend, but they're willing to let go of a few in order to bring in a new thing, a new paradigm. Don't think they're not, because they are more than willing to sacrifice me and you in order to bring in the paradigm that'll last for the next fucking 100 years. And that's what I think this is about. The end goal of it is bringing in, not digital. I didn't mean to say digital. So the first thing I said, I meant cashless society, is what I meant. Cashless society, where everybody's going to have a card, and you won't have to worry about any of that. We're going to take care of you, and you can do all your transactions on the card, and that's what they want. That's what they want. You watch in the next month or two in Australia. You watch. It'll happen here too. You watch in the next month or two, every government out there, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be burning the money. Everyone. And they're going to announce it. They're going to announce they're burning the money to save you. Because we love you and we need to take care of you. So we're going to do all this for you. I swear to God, that's where this is going. It's just the perfect setup. It's just brilliant. Because they don't care. You're just a number. You're just a digit. That's all you are. That's all we are. That's all I am, is a digit. The number that's on your birth certificate. That's all you are. I'm sorry to tell you that. But that's all we ever are. We are just a commodity that they buy and sell. We are human slave. It doesn't matter who you walk, you think how wealthy you are and all that shit. That's bollocks. That's just the dream world they put you in there. In the reality world, they own your ass. And they're happy to fucking sell it, trade it, put a bond on it. There's all kinds of things, man, that you should investigate about your straw man. You should know that already about your straw man, how currency is created, how a bank makes money, how it initiates money, how a government borrows money. You should know all of that already. I should not have to be telling you any of that. And if you don't, then you let me know in the comments later. I'll have a read, and I'll do a stream that completely does reserve banking situation and how money is created and stuff. But there is a lot better channels out there than me. People that are specific on that. That's exactly what they do. But you need to know all that kind of thing. Okay, you need to know about your birth certificate and bonding and things that happen behind the doors, mate, that you don't know about. That you wouldn't know about. It's got nothing to do with it. It's the banking world, banker's world. But once you realise that, you realise you are a walking slave. You're nothing but a debt slave. You're a tax slave, a tax cattle on how much they can get out of you over a lifetime. And they do not give a fuck. They don't. They actually, and I'll prove it to you. I'll prove it to you, okay? I'll prove it in your own world. How much they don't give a fuck. You might work for a big company. You might work for a big company and you're driving a BMW, you live in a freaking mansion, you're earning whatever a week. You think you are just bee's knees, okay? You've got a brilliant job. You've got this. You are just the best, okay? Now, your company, I can promise you, has a life insurance policy on you, especially if you're American. Every single company has an insurance policy on their workers. Every single company. If you quit and you don't work at the company anymore, they keep the payments up. They keep paying on that policy. So when your ass dies, they get paid. Your family doesn't get paid. They get paid. So that goes to show you what you're fucking worth. I mean, have a think about it. Your family doesn't get that money, man. The company does. They insure all of their workers over their entire life, whether you work for the company or not. And the minute you drop dead, they get paid. So that's how much they care about you. Right? It's a lot to sink in. But once you realise that, you'll realise that these people will buy and sell you, and they'll leave you sitting in the fucking sleeping in a car. The government will. Oh, without any doubt. I mean, what did the government expect me to do when you out of the blue you take everything that the man actually earns that he makes his living on? You take his eBay auctions, you take his PayPal, you take his bank account, you take everything that you possibly can all in one go because you're the government. And what are you expecting that man to do? You know, he gets on the phone, he's crying, he's fucking begging, he fucking, you've got it, what am I supposed to do? Doesn't matter to them. You need to pay me. That's how much you mean to them. So that's why I don't give a flying fuck about the fucking government, court system, any of that fucking shit. I mean, honestly, I've got to go back to court now because this prick next door with the parking fines, right? I'm fucking paying him a fucking dime. I ain't giving him no $100 because I parked on the wrong angle in the street outside my house. I ain't giving you shit. Not only that, but now they've gone up to fucking what is it, $400 each? They've gone up to $400 each. I just fucking laughing. This is for parking outside of my house at the wrong angle. And you people think it's worth $465 a fine, do you? And you want it, so you want $1,400 because I parked in the wrong angle outside of my house. Are you fucking kidding me? I just laugh at that shit. Fuck that. You can keep that shit. Okay, I'll see you in fucking court. And even if you won in court, I ain't still giving you shit anyway. I ain't giving you a fucking dime. I don't give a flying rat's ass what you fucking demand. I don't care what I've got to fucking stand there for 6 hours fucking waiting for this woman on the judge. That's fine. I'll go and talk to the judge until it's unreasonable. It's completely unreasonable, unquestionable, outside of my own home that I could be fined in this way. The person simply had to knock on the door is open, and I was actually waiting for the person on the day because I didn't know what angle was allowed. I have parked in every angle on my lawn on my car, and you've given me a fine 3 days in a row. Now, that's before I get to that point, I'm going to be telling the judge, the guy next door here, because he fucking set it up. He set it up, man. He set it up. He set up the Lord Dobby. He did. He must have got pissed off or something like that. And he's the one that came out and said, your car's at the wrong angle. Why don't you park it here? The next day I get a fine. I go and tell him, man, I got a fine for parking that way. He says, well, why don't you park it this way? The next day I get another fucking fine. I swear to God, that's how it happened. 3 days in a row. And I ended up putting the car exactly where I had it the first time, where I wasn't getting a fine. See, he was pissed off because the bumper bar was just over the footpath, and he didn't want over the footpath. That's what the problem was. Now, getting back to, so I've got to go to court for all that shit. I'm not looking forward to that. I don't like court. I don't like going there. No one does. But I'm not afraid to go there. I wear me hat. I get me hat going and everything. I wear a smelly t-shirt, a fucking pair of really smelly pants and fucking smelly socks, old pair of shoes. Oh mate, you got to look the part. You don't shower before you go. You got to have the fucking. You got to have the whole thing happening, and then you tell her you live in a garage. You live in a garage, miss. I'll take pictures of it before I go. This is where I live. But I don't have a job. I'm unemployed. Rah rah. How do you live? Well, I sell a mask every now and again, and I beg. I beg people. I'm an e-beggar. Oh, I'm terrible. I tell them all kinds of things. I tell them all they're heroin. I don't give a fuck. I've got no dignity at all. Fuck it, Jimmy Thunder. Fucking none. You forget who you're talking to. You forget who you're talking to up there. All this fucking court shit. It's bullshit. It's set up to get money out of you. That's all it's set up for. If you don't pay, you go and do work. got to go and mow lawns and fucking shit like that. I just fucking laugh at that. Fucking mow a lawn because I parked at the wrong angle outside of my own home. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'll be doing that, right? But I think all of this shit was for digital currency. I think the whole thing, the test, we'll get back to what I came on here for, right? This is the reason I came on here for. Because I've been really thinking about it and thinking about it. This could be the end of, not the end, but the shutdown of China. It really can. This has really done a lot. This has done a lot of harm. This one little thing, this little test subject. You know, you've got millions of people fucking infected, man. You've got fucking a ton of people out there infected, a ton. You know, and it scares me, man. It really does. You know, if it starts to get a little bit out of control in the US, and those hospitals start to fill up, um, yeah, you're gonna have pandemonium over in America. You really will. You'll have pandemonium. They'll be the first ones to get it, and they'll probably be the ones in the hospital first to fill up the beds. But I think the end game, you know, 6 months down the track, fucking 8 months down the track, when it's really hit the numbers, will be digital. Will be no cashless society. Cashless society. All right, cashless society. That's what this is aiming. That's where this is going. Now, you want to know something that freaked me out a little bit, boys and girls? That I really wish I had my computer to show you. You know, I follow silver and gold prices, right? You know I follow it all, right? And I look at it and watch the charts and stuff like that. In the last couple of days, I've been just checking on them because I haven't got any money to buy anything or anything like that, but I like to watch things, just how I am. So I started checking in on them every couple of days, every couple of days. Um, I'm telling you, it's getting beaten down. I'm telling you that the silver and gold price is getting beat down even more than when I was purchasing it. Something's going on in there with that. If you know anything about charts at all, I mean, this thing was heading up. The coronavirus has just been announced. China might shut down the shipping lanes and the containers, and if they do get anything over, it's going to need to be sterilised and all of that, right? So gold and silver going up, and then they just got slammed, totally slammed, to bring them back down again. Now, if you don't know how this is run, it looks like it's nothing to you, right? You just look at it and go, oh, it's nothing. But you don't know how this shit is run, right? You don't know how that happens, right? Yeah, I do. I do. And I'm telling you, that's done deliberately, it's done purposely, and it's done falsely and fraudulently. It's all fraud. The whole silver and gold market is fraud, the whole thing. And it's run between New York and England. And they make one phone call every day. One phone call. That's it. To organise the gold and silver price for every day, every morning, or every day, or whatever it is. I seen it going up and up and up. It was starting to climb. 20 cents, 40 cents, it was going up. And then it got slammed. Let me explain to you how they do this. Let me explain to you, boys. None of this is real. All right, this gold and silver market, it's fraudulent, fake. Okay? What I mean by this is that there's no physical that's being traded. There's no physical item that's being traded here. These are contracts. Okay? And what they do is they have a way, these bankers, of laying down, 30 contracts. And each contract got, 50,000 ounces of silver in it. Fake. It doesn't exist. But they slam that down on the stock market, and that drives the price down of the real physical through the fakery. All right? Now, I'm wondering why. I keep wondering why all the time. Now, I understand that. See, we've gotten to the virus part now. This is not the same as before. It's not. It's not. It's a different thing, a different animal, a different thing you have to think about. Something, a different path that's opened. It's not the same. You need to go and get, while you can, I think you've still got, a few months, but you need physical. Boys and girls, I want you to get some physical. If you're in America, why in the fuck do you not own this shit at $17 an ounce? What is wrong with you? What excuse can you give me, Americans, where you do not have 200 ounces of fucking silver sitting in a safe, underneath a floorboard, buried in the fucking backyard? I don't fucking care. Don't give it to anybody, to mine. But why do you not have 200 ounces sitting there each? Why? I don't understand you guys. You need to wake up, please. I'm begging you. Okay. If you've got paper sitting in a bank, right, in America, you've got paper sitting in a bank, cash some of that fucking shit in and get some real money. Cash that shit in. Cash it in. Before it gets deflated and fucking burnt and digital fucking currency or, gets introduced. Because in a cashless society, what do you think your metal is going to be worth in trade? I'm telling you, boys, this is it. This is what they've been waiting for. This is what the elites, this is what the big bosses have been waiting for. Because they don't collect paper. They collect metal. They really do. They collect metal, man. They buy the big fucking bars. Because they've got a lot of money. So they buy the big gold bar, the big fucking silver bar and shit like that. I mean, I'm not mucking around. I'm really serious here. You go on to Rich Kids in LA. Go on to Rich Kids in LA. Okay? I think it's on YouTube and it's on Google and all that kind of shit. Rich Kids in LA. And you tell me what he's holding. Fucking go and have a look yourself. Do you think he's standing there with a fucking container full of money? Container full of paper? Or he's standing there with 5 gold bars in his hand? He says, this is my pay. You see? They cash that shit in. Or you can send it to me. You can send some to me so I don't have to live in a garage. But I'm really serious, though. I'm not mucking around. I'm really serious. You need, if you've got bank, you need to go and put it into something that's going to be a little bit, it's a currency, man. Yeah. I think there's going to be more in the future. This is only just a start. Jimmy Thunder's back to his old. Yeah, I'll be at the fucking job now. It's midnight. All right, Jimmy? Fuck off. I've got no fucking time for your bullshit, cunt. And I'm not here for that. You sit down and shut up and fucking learn. Other than that, fuck off. Golden boxing star game. I'm getting worried now. I've got some gold on boxing. Kid Curry, how you doing today? Marmon, how you doing? Jimmy Thunder, fuck off. You can't even make a bank account and sign up to Dole. I'll tell you what I can do, Jimmy, is I can boot the fuck out of you every time you come in here. That's number one. Number two is, I ain't telling you shit. I ain't telling you shit anymore, Jimmy. I'm not telling these people fucking shit anymore. Who do you think you are? That I've got to answer to you. I've got to fucking prove this and prove that and this, that. Go fuck yourself. You know what I mean? Like, really royally. Like, who do you think you are? Like, you fucking, seriously, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. Fuck you. Who the fuck do you think you are? Pissant fucking cunt. Sitting there living at home with your mummy and you want to tell me what to do and what I shouldn't do and all the rest of your bullshit that you come out with. I can just, mate, I'm not here for that. I'll gladly kaboom you another time. Other than that, I hope some of this shit fucking sinks in and stop being a fucking dickhead. Alright? Why would I care about fucking test? Why would I care? Why would I care? What he does, what you do, what he does, what you think, or anything else. Again, Mr. Thunder, the same people as Test, go fuck yourself. You think I'm fucking dumb? You come in here with the same fucking names over and over and over? It's the same person. Fuck you, fucking... You forget who you're dealing with, man. Oh, is Jerry Jewstein here today? Is humanity's kaboom? Yeah, I do believe so, do. Coronavirus, man, killer. I believe that this is just the start, and I believe that the whole thing's in a lot of trouble. China, as I've already stated, is burning their money, and it's just a matter of time before the other government, they have to burn the money. They have to. Don't you understand that? They have to. Don't you? I mean, money is already a really bad carrier for all kinds of, bacteria and stuff like this. But this shit lives on the surface. This shit lives on the surface. It doesn't like the hot. That's a good thing to please remember. This disease doesn't like warm temperatures. It likes it cold. The colder the better. That's why it's so bad over in China right now, because it's winter. It's snowing. It loves the cold, but it doesn't like the heat. Heat can easily kill this thing. So it must be the mucus. When someone spits it out, it's in a mucus. So in the sun, obviously the mucus would dry out and become that that clear shit that you see when you spit, right? That's what that'd become. It would still have it in there, but I think it'd be dead. It's got to be in that moist environment. A little bit like me. I like a moist environment. I'm only joking. That French guy got bitten by a stray dog cycling. Everyone worried about the dog online. What about if he had his leg amputated? It infects through lung tissue. I think it infects a lot of ways that they don't know yet. I really do. I think it does that, They just are discovering exactly how they do. Jerry Jewstein, how you doing, man? I hope you're well, hope you're happy. If they roll a healing crystal over the money, it will cleanse it. Oh, God. Another brilliant idea there, Test. Let me know how that works out for you, mate, while you're in quarantine. How you doing there, Mike? Tracy Lee, how you doing, Mr. Jump Me Thunder? Hope you're good and well. Charlie, is it about to go? No, I'm not going any... Well, I don't want to do any of that, Jimmy. And KY. KYLD. You should have called yourself KY Jelly. That would have been better. That would have been hilarious. KY Jelly. That would have been fucking hilarious, mate, if you'd made yourself that. Over Australia, that's a thing you use in the bedroom. KY. Rocky Rena would know all about KY. Jimmy Thunder would know all about KY. He loves a bit of KY. Fucking needs cartons of shit. Gary Host, how you doing? Karate. Sorry, I want to catch up with people that have come in, say hello. It's like the selfish people who went to protect stray dogs. Really? Why would they bother for? Lord Dobby, what's up, brother? How you doing, Jerry Jewstein, man? It's nice to see you there. I like your videos, man. You stay well, all right? You stay at peace, man. Me and you's good, man. Jimmy Thunder, yeah, I keep fucking... It's no good kabooming you. You keep coming in every time. Just be a nice guy, man, for 10 minutes, will you? Uncle Joe, China's trialling a new cure, injecting the plasma. Yeah, thank you, man. Plasma of the cured patients to the sick patients. Cured within 24 hours. Let's hope that it's one that sticks. That was the latest info. Well done, Uncle Joe. That was one that I forgot. That was one that I did forget. But that was the latest one, yeah. 2.5 million stray dogs in Romania can't even walk off the beat and track getting chased by strays. That's insane. You're going to end up getting end up killing some dogs over there, which I don't have a problem with. I don't fucking have a problem with that. Sorry, I really, really don't. You got a pack of dogs, and mate, if you got a couple of them growling at you, you best be armed. You best take that shit serious. These cunts will rip you apart. They'll fucking eat you. What are you talking about? If they're hungry, man, they will eat you. Reality, they'll eat you. So you better get something and take out as many as you can, and try and take out the leader, try and take out the boss, and the other ones will fall apart. He'll be the one growling at you. He'll be the one that's in the front a little bit, a bit louder than the others. So he's the one you got to go for. He's the one you got to scare. If you can scare him, then you'll be fine. But why would you want to be walking around with that many things? And mate, I'd be armed. Yeah, fucking shoot the cunts. Well, what's the problem with that? I don't understand you Americans, man. I seen you fucking prick of Americans. Three of yous, I was watching a video, and yous are all proud of yourselves, all fucking fat little cunts you are. None of yous have missed a meal. Like, you are one atrocious looking fucking human beings. And you're up in this camouflage uniform, you're standing 20 feet up in the air, and you are firing arrows at buffalo. What a genius you are. Like, I wanted to fucking fire an arrow at your fat cunt ass. Like, seriously, man, I want to drag your ass out of that fucking tree. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to fuck off. And then I'm going to hunt your ass with a fucking bow and arrow. That's fucking simple. I mean, seriously, man, you are 20 feet up firing a bow and arrow at a freaking animal that is just... You can't kill it with a freaking bow and arrow. There's no chance you're going to kill this animal with a bow and arrow. So what are you going to do? Give it 50 fucking arrows in the back of it before you're going to kill it? I mean, what a dog. What a dog act. I mean, to me, that's a dog act, man. I was just watching the guy firing arrow after arrow, and I'm thinking, he hasn't hit the animal. Surely he's not hitting the animal with them. Surely this isn't sport to an American. I mean, that's a freaking bison, man. I mean, you know how many, you prick, you fucking prick. You know how many of your forefathers have killed this animal? You know how many of you have already wiped out? Millions, you dog. You've wiped out millions of these animals. They covered the plains. And you wiped them out, and you killed them. And you killed it to stop the Indian from fucking getting them. And you cut all the fur off them and just piled them up into a pile. Now, I know what you did in your history. Fucking terrible. And I couldn't believe it. I was watching this video at the buffalo. See, I don't understand this killing of animals. I don't understand it for sport. It just doesn't make sense for me. I don't see the fucking sport in it. And I don't see how you could sit there proud that you've shot this animal and you want to take a picture of it, and I'm fucking crying my eyes out about the animal. How fucking dare you? How dare you? Just for your own sport. You're not eating it. You're not eating the animal. You know, God forbid. I mean, I don't understand. I was taught when I was young, you don't kill anything unless you're going to eat it. You know, my stepdaddy, you fucking just don't go shooting shit. You know, like, we're not here to fucking wound animals and kill animals. You know, we're here to hunt a freaking duck for dinner. That's it. We get one duck, we go home. We don't sit there firing and fucking try to kill as many ducks as we can. Young, we're not allowed to just shoot and shoot and shoot. We're taught that you shoot to eat. You don't shoot them to go, and tell your friend, I've shot 20 fucking rabbit today. And then that virus came into the rabbits. Oh, yeah, that's another one you should. Yeah, the one that wiped out the rabbits. That was a virus too. And it wiped out all the fucking rabbits, man. It was an introduced virus. And they wiped all the rabbits out because there was too many of them. We had millions of them. We did. We had millions of rabbits. Um, the jackrabbit's the best to eat. The jackrabbit, not the little rabbit. The jackrabbit, the big fucker. The jackrabbit, the boss, the big boy. We used to go after him. Um, that virus came from the stupid chickens and then the cows not long ago. Now the epidemic crisis against horses and humans with coronas. Yeah, by accident. Things don't happen by accident, man. They really don't. Not when it comes to the government and secret shit. And I mean, why couldn't they accidentally give up a fucking UFO? Why couldn't they accidentally give up a fucking alien or a Bigfoot or any of the other shit that they've got there? Why couldn't they accidentally leave one of those giant skeletons that are in the Smithsonian fucking buried? Why couldn't a janitor have accidentally put one of them in the bin? You know what I mean? Nothing happens without being on purpose and a plan and a pre-done and pre-thought about it and the whole thing. And it's already been planned 6 months, 12 months later and stuff. You know. Because I kept thinking, why? What's the end goal? And it has to be that. Cashless society. To bring it in, to install it. You guys will scream for it. You guys will ask for it. So that's why I had to look at the gold and the metal. I'm asking you guys, fucking, if you're over in America, man, there ain't no excuse to me. If you've got, all this nice paper in the bank and you don't have any metal. You really, there's just I don't understand your logic. I mean, the metal went up to $49 an ounce, 12 months ago or whatever it was. It was a while back now, $49 an ounce, bang. And then there was a huge surge on it, a huge selling thing on it, and then it drove it back down again, you see? Because they don't want it up to that price. They don't want it up to there. And if you want to know the real price of gold and silver, what it's really, really worth, please go to your own debt clock, the US debt clock. The thing that runs all the numbers, and it's running. That one? Go to that page, okay? And if you go to that page right now, there's one for you. Go to you've opened the page up, go to the right-hand side, and halfway down the page, go down to the right-hand side, and it'll have per ounce price, per ounce price today's thing, and then I'm serious, man. Go and have a look on your own debt clock. That's why it's there. You see, it's in front of you, and no one looks at it. That's what they do. That's what they get off on. These people, they're Satanists. Don't forget that. That run all this. So when they like to put things in front of you, and you just don't see them, they're just blind to it, right? Or it's not believable to you. Rah rah rah. But in their world, that's what it is. So you need to go and have a look at it. The real price of what a gold and silver is. It's in the bottom right hand side, and I can't remember what it's called exactly. I don't have my computer up, but it'll have silver ratio something, uninflation silver ratio, rah rah rah. It'll have a price there, and that is the real price per ounce. It'll blow you away. It's like $700 an ounce of silver. That's a real price. That's its real price. All right, so there's going to be a reason, and I think when that comes in, if digital currency, if your cashless society comes in, digital currency will come in. Maybe not as much because it's already had its thing, and nobody's really going to be chasing digital currency and Bitcoin and all that shit. That has lost its fucking gloss. You're not going to have you're not going to have that same surge again on the digital. It's not going to happen. They had their chance, and you blew it. You blew it. You blew it. Your digital currency shit. You blew it. Your own greed blew it. You created too many. You created fucking 1,500 different digital currencies. That's a fucking joke. You created so many digital currencies, mate. There isn't any anymore. It's gone. They're all worthless. Yeah, they're fucking more worthless than they were before. But they will bring in a cashless society. Yeah, they can control. That's easy for them to do. That's not hard for these banking people to do. They're already established, and you've got your card already. You've got Visa card and Mastercard and all that kind of thing already. So it's not really much of a step forward in your mind as the consumer to not use cash anymore because you're scared. You're scared. You see, you don't know. That's what I think this is heading down. Because it was, 2 weeks ago, or was it two? Yeah, 2 weeks ago, I actually said to you on stream that you have to wash cash. You have to wash it. Well, I remember saying to you boys, I remember telling you, you have to watch cash then in the future, because people handle it. It goes everywhere, and all it takes is one person to sneeze, and the note would be infected, and then whoever touched the note after that in the transactions, wherever it goes, would be infected also. Yeah, that stream, and that was a couple of weeks ago now. So now we've moved on to burning the money. We've moved straight on to burning it. What? Okay. New notes. How does that make sense? Because then that note would be infected. So you're just going to have a circulating note, or a note that goes out, and when it comes back in again, you burn it, and then you issue a new brand new note. You're going to be going through a lot of currency. Like you're going to have to be buying, like replacing a lot of. You know what I mean? It's got nothing to do with inflation or burning inflation or anything like that. It's got no, man. This is a stand they're taking. The China government has taken a stand in the sand, and they're burning it now. They're not taking any chances at all. So if a communist country is willing to do that, and they just tell the people they're doing it, what do you think a Western society is going to do? They're going to turn this shit around. They're going to tell you that the money, you got to be careful, you got to wash it. You'll see it on TV, you'll see it on news. They'll start to hint at it. You'll see it being more talked about. They'll tell you that you need to wash your money and to be careful of your currency and coins, and you know, very clever. It is a master stroke when you think about it. They need to introduce a paradigm like that, because that is a paradigm. That's an entire different paradigm than where we are now. You need something major. You need something major. Not a little thing. You know, you need something that's going to really sell it. And this is definitely going to do that. Especially if they can, all they have to do is say that we've found it on a note. That's all they have to do. As simple as that. They just have to announce that they've found that because they've already gone on, lives on surfaces. Why wouldn't it live on money? Of course it'll live on money. And that's all they have to do. Just announce it in a sentence somewhere along the line, in one of their speeches or something, that they're afraid that it's going to be on the money, and for your own safety and your own protection of the public, and because we love you and care for you so much, we don't want anything to happen to you. So we're going to issue you with a card for your transactions. Cashless society, or you'll be using your own card because you've already got one. What am I talking about? You got your own card. See, I don't have a bank account, so I have to think about it. But hang on a minute, you got your own card, so they don't have to issue you shit. They don't have to issue you anything. Just cashless society. Just burn the money. Far out. It's easy for them to install it now. If you think about it, it'd be really easy for them to create the um, cashless society now. Really, really easy. Wouldn't be hard to introduce it. Wouldn't be hard for them to say to you, look, this is not healthy. We believe it lives on the surfaces, as you know. Well, we believe it's on the money. You know, any transaction you do, you could be jeopardising you and your family. That's all you'd have to say. That's it. Wow. So if you're not too sure about things, you're not too sure about things. Silver is silver, whether it's in a silver eagle or whatever it's in. All right, so don't pay any premium for that. It's got a print on it. All you want is the ounce of silver. So whether you get it in Mars, I don't care how you get it. All right, I don't care of what form it's in. It's not worth anything more to me because it's got. I'm just telling you, in the future, it won't be any worth any more to anybody if it's got a panda on it, or whether it's got a fucking silver cross on it, or it's got a silver eagle on it. They're not going to pay you any more. They're not going to trade you even halfway because they hold the rich hold a lot of metal. They hold a lot. They're buying it. They're buying it up. They're buying it up. They're buying it up. That's what I'm saying to you. You do really, J.P. Morgan, right? I don't know if you know this or not, because I'm presuming that this is just normal shit that you'd know. But I don't think you do. J.P. Morgan, right? Your big banker over in America, right? I'm scrolling right to the bottom. Sorry, BF, I'm fucking missing all that shit. I don't know what they're talking about, man. Um, J.P. Morgan, okay, sorry, snap, snap, snap. J.P. Morgan, okay. They own physical 690 million ounces of physical metal. J.P. Morgan. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Right, if you're in America, the actual bank, J.P. Morgan, owns the biggest silver vault in the world. It's in New York, and it's right underneath. And they own the biggest silver vault in the world, and it's filled with physical. Yeah, they've been buying it up. They've been cashing in all that shit and buying the physical metal up. That's what they've been doing. And they're the same people that are driving the price down with their fake bonds and their fake purchases, and because it's all fake. They just swap contracts. The contract is for fucking 50 million ounces of silver that don't exist. And then the other guy just accepts the contract. He doesn't try and, there's no cashing in of the contract. It's just a backwards and forwards deal. No, nothing changed hands at all. But it just drives the price down on the stock exchange because you've just put 50 million, you know, ounces of silver on the market that don't exist. It's all fake. It's all fake. But I'm just saying to you, man, yeah, you try and grab yourself something, please. Whether it's just a couple of here, couple there, couple here, couple there. Don't fall in love with all the designs and all that because they're all pretty and nice. But when it comes down to it, in the trade, it wouldn't be worth anything more than the silver content or the weight of whatever it is. The person's not going to trade you more because it's got a fancy eagle on it. It's got a date of 19 whatever on it. No. It's still an ounce of silver is an ounce of silver. Yeah? So, you want to try and get as close to spot as you can. As close to spot as you can. $2 over spot is perfect. So $19 an ounce you'd be paying. That's extremely cheap. Like extremely cheap. And you won't know it until you hold it. You will not understand what I'm talking about until you hold it. You hold it. You won't understand. You won't. You won't understand until you've got it in your hands and you're feeling it. And then you understand. You will understand then. It's a whole different ball game then. Because you're looking at it. You can see the colours in it. And you can imagine how it was minted. How it was created. And you say to yourself, hang on a minute, fucking, well, this thing cost me $19. That seems pretty reasonable, considering that a Happy Meal down at Burger King is going to cost me $15. Think about it. Fuck, you know what I mean? A fillet of fish meal is like $14 here at McDonald's. Yeah, 14 fucking dollars, mate, for a fish burger and a large chips and a large Coke. Yeah, like it's like $13 or something. It's not a lot of food. Golden River of No, I don't know what that is, man. Live a nomadic life in the jungle. Nomadic life in the jungle. Isn't it contradicting itself? Nomadic is on the plains. Isn't that nomadic? Isn't nomadic on the plain, and jungle is in jungle? So isn't that two different? I don't know if that's two different things, man. Nomadic plain. Do you think he would have beaten Smoking Joe? Do you think he would? I don't know. Dobby, you are going to jail. Yeah, we're all going to jail, Cade. Fucking brilliant. Okay, we've got a couple of green there. So if you wouldn't mind opening another box and just pump those fucking ads for me, turn the sound down, and just let it play, you'd be doing me a huge service. Okay, yeah, you'd be doing me a huge kindness. I'd appreciate that. Tyson would level Fraser. He did this thing better. Did his thing better. Tyson was unbeatable when he was young. Unbeatable, unbeatable. Balled him. She completely, annihilated him, abused him, completely got into his head, and just ruined him. That's what she did. Her and her mother completely ruined him, and just demasculated him. Whatever it's called when you demasculate. I think that's what it is. Especially on that talk show. Remember, she did that interview. They did the interview together, and I think I was in America at the time. It was on Oprah. I remember watching it when I was young, and so that goes. It must have been a while ago. It must have been a while ago. Oh God! But she totally embarrassed him. Absolutely embarrassed him. Absolutely just said the most worst things to I've ever heard a wife say about a husband, and he just sat there with his head down and didn't say anything. You know, he just copped it all, and she just really berated him in front of the audience, and the whole interview was him being put down. The whole interview. So no, man, she fucking destroyed that man. She destroyed his career, and then he got charged with rape. Whether it was false or whatever, who knows? But he did that time in jail, and that completely ruined him. Completely, was it Holyfield or fucking the one he bit the ear off? I think it was one of them. And no, man, no, he just did it for the paycheck. He wasn't there to fight. He wasn't there to become champion again. He was copping way too many blows. He was just outclassed everywhere he went. Yeah, he was there to get a paycheck. Remember, I'm going to eat your children. You know, that kind of thing. That statement he was saying, I'm going to eat your children. He did all that as a show, man. Just get paid. The one final time. Now he smokes dope. He grows dope. He grows some of the best chuff you could have, Mike Tyson. He's got a huge freaking factory of the shit growing it. He loves it. He fucking loves it, mate. He's in there every day. You bet your ass he is. Um, I like Mike. I like him, man. Just a shame. It's always when you're up high, man, people want to bring you down. You know, if you get up high, they want to bring you down. You know, he's the same. Poor bloke. I liked him, man. Always liked him. And I liked him acting too when he was in the couple of movies that he was in. I thought he was freaking hilarious. He punched the bloke out. I thought that was great. I thought that was funny. But getting back to the Corona thing, ladies and gentlemen, and she was really nice to me too, for some reason. Well, she's pleasant to me. It's nice. She's pleasant, and she talks nice to me. You know, I don't, I talk like I am now to her, to you, like I am now. But it's awful nice that she actually, because I was at my mate's house, fucking around with my mate, because I just wanted to get out of the house, man. I just needed to get out. So, you know, I had a couple of bucks there, and I thought I'd put some petrol in the car. And then my mate gave me $5 for petrol when I get home. Just so make sure I got home safe. Yeah, he give me $5. I thought, I'm like, I don't know, but I want to get out of here. And he said, yeah, of course, Charlie, fucking get over here, man. What are you doing? You know, so he was happy to see me, spent some time with me, you know, had a laugh and a giggle. And then I had all kinds of shit happening to me. He did too. It was incredible. We haven't seen each other for a while. So it was good to bump into him and stuff. And then I wondered what happened to him because I was supposed to meet him, right? We've met up and I'm supposed to meet him at home. So, okay, I've headed to his house and I'm waiting and waiting and waiting and no one fucking turns up. He's not there. And it's fucking like 3 hours because I've got nothing to do. I don't give a fuck. I'm just sitting there fucking chilling, man. So I went down to McDonald's, fucking just drove around for a little while because I thought maybe, you know, just waiting for him to get home. And still there's nothing. You know, it turns out that he got pulled over by the cops. He turned out got pulled over by the cops. I said, well, what's the problem? You know, you don't drink, you don't smoke. No, I had a couple of beers. He said, I had that lunch, and he said, just before I went home, I had 2 beers. I said, I didn't even see you have them. He says, no. He says, I don't drink, Charlie. He says, I said, I didn't even see you drink them, though. He says, oh, it was before that. I said, so it was still there? He's gone, yeah. He said, so they took me down and all that kind of crap they do, man. And it took a couple of hours to do it. And I got, so that's where I was. I fucking sit there scratching my head. Where is this bloke, right? And I can't get him on the phone. Can't, yeah. If you're ever stuck and you need internet at all, just go into McDonald's. That's what he told me today. I didn't know that. Yeah, because I don't carry a phone. I don't walk around with it. It's just for the stream and to look on Facebook and YouTube when I'm here. But the phone never leaves here. Never leaves. I don't take it anywhere. Well, okay, I did take it to the market, but that was specifically for you. Otherwise, I wouldn't have. I don't really walk around with a phone, man. There are too many people out there walking around like that. I am sick of it. Done with it. I was done with that for years ago. Like just watching people walking around everywhere they went with a phone in their hand. Everything they sit down at dinner. Remember taking my wife there to dinner, and I look over and there's a family sitting over there of 4 people and everybody's on a phone. Everybody's looking down at a phone. How sad. No conversation at all, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody's on a phone. So that's when we decided not to have, I didn't carry any phone anyway, but she just put her phone away and said, oh, wow, that's just amazing. Look at that, all 4 people. She said, no conversation. So I said, well, no conversation. So she put her phone away so we could talk, just normal stuff. But she's been really nice. Been really nice. I've got to become successful, guys. I want to help my kid out. I want to do the right thing. Do the right thing by Echo. Do the right thing by him. I think now more than ever, it's more important, guys. All right? I really, really do. I feel it's more important than what it was before. Her parents are going to suffer, man. The family's going to suffer. And they're blocked. They're not allowed to leave the country. Not allowed to leave. So no visit. I wanted her dad to come here. I did. I wanted her dad to come here, man, the most. To breathe the air of Australia. And then not to leave. We'll fix up your visa, do whatever we have to do for you to stay. Because he's a really nice man. He really is. And I'd like to take him fishing. I'd like to have a sausage roll with him. You know what I mean? Like that, He's really nice to me, man. Really, really decent to me. So I wanted to return that favour, man. Return that kindness that he showed me. Return the gestures that he showed me. He didn't have to have me in his home, man. He didn't have to let me marry his daughter. But he did. He showed me nothing but kindness, man. He really did. So I wanted to return that to their parent, irregardless of what. I wanted to make sure I returned that kindness, man. They were really nice to me. Can't tell you that enough. You know, I can remember when I first lobbed over there. Damn. Off the plane. So no, I think it's going to affect the whole country, man. The shipping, the mailing, the banking, everything. It's going to be. I don't know what it's going to be like in the future. 3 months, 6 months down the track. That's what I'm trying to picture. If it's where it is now, and they don't get on top of it with a vaccine and control it, my Godfather, what's it going to be like in 3 months, 6 months? I mean, I was listening to this educated doctor today. Educated doctor, man, and he is saying there is no vaccine anywhere for the next 12 months. He said they can't. It's impossible for them to produce a vaccine specifically targeting this virus before that. He said it needs to go through trials, it needs to go through human trials, it needs to go through all of this fucking stuff, it needs to be peer reviewed. He went through the stages of it. He said that's going to take 12 months, maybe 18 months, he said, for that to come out. He said, so this thing is going to really get a grip. It's got a chance to really get a good grip on everything before a vaccine comes out. And then I'm thinking to myself, well, if it does that, and then they introduce a vaccine, it'll be a mandatory vaccine. They'll demand everybody fucking take it, especially before you travel. They're gonna make that mandatory. It'll be a mandatory. So that goes to show you how fucking scary this shit is. It's still going to be out there wherever you go. The thing was a good thing, though. I did read up on that. I did forget about that. I do appreciate that sub, that the follower that mentioned that again. Thank you very kindly. They have been, from the cured patients, they've been making plasma blood and been giving that blood to the infected, and apparently it has been, making them good, making them better. So let's hope that they don't relapse. Who knows how this thing reacts over time to the new blood or plasma that's been given. It seems to be a very clever virus, this one, changing all the time, to suit whatever's going on. And then it's also got adapters to it. It's got things inside of it so it can get behind the immune system, can get out of the, you know what I mean? Instead of the immune system attacking it, it goes around the immune system, bypasses the immune system. It's scary shit, man. Really scary. And there are thousands dying, man. Thousands dead. And this is only just the start. I believe it's only just the start. It's not everything, man. It's just the start. It's only what they're telling us. And I believe it's a lot fucking worse than what they're telling us. I know that. I know it has to be a lot worse than what they're telling us. There's another virus here called feminism. That's a classic, Paul. Yeah, you're fucking right there, bro. Oh my God. The killer of all fucking marriages, that is, mate. Yeah, fucking the death of all marriages is the introduction of feminism. And the second thing, I imagine, the death of marriages would be the wall. They hit the wall. That's fucking it, mate. They hit the wall. And then one day the bloke looks at him and goes, fuck, it's like a water buffalo. It's like a fucking water buffalo. Look at that cunt, will you? Fucking hell, get the harpoon out, love. Fucking, there's a walking fucking land whale. And then the man wakes up, but he will put up with a lot, man, because he loves that wife and she's given him a couple of kids, and he doesn't want to break up that family unit. So it does take a fair bit of working out. He generally, and they do get big, mate. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know why. Must be something in the fucking water or something. They get over 35, 34. That's it. They get over the age of 34 and then they start wearing fucking size 34s. No, I'm only joking. We're only having a laugh. I'm not talking about anyone specific. We're just having a laugh. Yeah, be careful in that regard to women, mate. You know, they're not fucking easy to, they're not easy to keep happy, man. Fucking at any time, most of the time. Um, I've changed the way I am with Chen Chen. Just totally changed it. You know, just don't think about it. Don't just ignore her. If that's how you want to be, that's how we want to be. You know, it's just maybe that's how you're raised. Maybe you just don't know the other side of it, like I'm talking about, because you've never seen it. You never. But that's bullshit. I'm just making excuses up. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Yeah, you know how to laugh. There's nothing to learn how to laugh. That just comes out of your heart normally, you know. But anyway, I digress. Let's not digress. Richie from Boston. I digress. Out teacher, I think. Really. Oh my God, a super carrier. So we've just got a normal carrier, then we've got a super carrier, then we've got a fucking titanium fucking carrier car booming the cunts everywhere. Um, I mean, how many did he infect? You know what I mean? A long, long and going and going. The old man, I think it was Dr. John Campbell that I talked to, that I listened to on YouTube, and four people. It's confusing, man. It just keeps getting bigger and more each time I listen to the bloke. Because he's getting more knowledgeable on it. You know, there's more study on it and stuff like that. My Godfather, and he's putting all his time into it. He said, I'm just doing this now. He said, that's it. Just this is huge. This has got the potential to be a huge one. So yeah, you know, this is going to outdo SARS. It's going to outdo the other one, MERS. Is it MERS? He says it's going to outdo that. He says it's already outdone SARS. He says, and the reaction time and the infection rate and all of that kind of thing. He says it's a lot worse than SARS. And they were just as quiet as about times if they'd only just said something. Ping made out 2 hours ago, an hour and a half, that he knew about it in October. The government knew about it in October. And that's why they arrested that doctor that came out and told everybody that it's there, and they house arrested him, or arrested him, and then he died. So he was the hero. And that's why they arrested him, because they already knew that it was out. They already knew. October? My Godfather, I think that doctor thing happened in January. So they had, 2 months, man. That's a long time. You know, no wonder people are dying in the street and shit over there, man. People just dropping dead. You know, the sickest video I've seen is the 3 little girls being wrapped up and tied up, being sent off to the incinerator. It's the video there. Oh, it's on one of the channels. You'll find it everywhere, I imagine. But it's 3 little girls, man, lying on a hospital floor, and they're tying them all up together. And far out. Are you kidding me or what, man? This is in a freaking hospital, and people walking around them. So it's becoming normal over there, normalised for people to be walking around other people's dead body. So I just wanted to employ you for a little while. I was longer than what I thought. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't expect to be this long, to be honest. To please pay heed to what's going on out there, and don't believe anything they say. The numbers are 10 to 20 times more than what they are saying, deaths and in the cases. Okay, and this thing is highly infectious, ladies and gentlemen. Huge thing, in the spit. Huge count of it. Massive count in the spit and the nose. So, it's insane. And then these people over there that are spitting on everything. That is blowing me away. I couldn't understand why at the start. And it was only because I read the comment section on another Chinese video that I kind of understand what's going on. You have got so many sick people out there in China, right, everywhere, all over China, and there's no tests. There's no medication. There's no future. Once you know you have this, you are a walking dead person. You just haven't died yet. There was a guy, a Chinese guy, he looked rich. Looked really rich. Had the beautiful clothing, lovely hair, all the fucking shit on him. And he's on the phone talking to the fucking police or talking to the government or police or something like that. Or the nurse or something like that at a hospital or something. He's talking to someone official. And he's telling her, I'm a dead man. I'm a dead man. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing I am a walking dead man. He said, and he was crushed. He wanted to kill somebody. He told him, I'm going to kill people. I'm going to take out as many people as I can before I go. This is the China guy. He was rich. He had a big bag and beautiful clothing and styling glasses and hair was all done. And he's not poor, and he knows his wealth can't help him. He can't buy it. It doesn't matter how much wealth you have. You can't buy it. It's not there to buy. So imagine that feeling. Imagine that feeling. And he was only 30 odd. He was only 30 odd, 32, 33 looking. He wasn't old and he wasn't young. But imagine you're walking there, ladies and gentlemen, you're successful in life. I imagine like a lot of you people are because you are just so great and wonderful. Everything about you is just perfect. So imagine you're the same and you're running along your life. You've got all your career going. You've got all your flash car and all of it set up. And you suddenly feel a bit ill. Like a cold. And you go and have it checked out. And there's no tests. And you feel a little bit worse. And you're told to go home and quarantine yourself. Imagine it. Imagine how you'd feel. And he knows he's got it. He's telling me, I know that I've got it. It's been confirmed. I've got it. There's no treatment. You can't do anything for me. I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to kill people. Look what you've done to me. Look what the government's done to me. And no one here to help me. No one for me to blame. Who can I blame for my illness? Who is to blame? That's what he's on the phone screaming at this official. So if he's like that, I can only imagine what the Americans will do. I could only imagine, dude. I'm telling you, man, there's some fucking Americans will take out everybody. Like they're full on, the Americans, man. So once you start having a bit of a pandemic over there, man, and people are walking around like zombie fucking motherfuckers over there, yeah, you could have some problems over there, man. In Africa, oh my God, Father boys, if it gets into Africa, it'll wipe out the whole country. It'll do so much damage, man. They just don't deserve that, these innocent people. They already got a shit life. So anyway, that instance with the Chinese guy really stunned me a bit. And that's when I realised that this thing has no borders. It doesn't care who you are, or how much money you are, or what you think you are, or how good you are, or all the rest of that shit. It doesn't care about that. You don't get a pass because you've got money. Money can't help you here. Okay? And I'm telling you, man, this guy was ropeable. This guy was on his last things, man. He's on the phone and he realizes that he is a walking dead man. Or 35, whatever it is, young. And he realizes that he's got this thing, this virus. And there's no treatment. There's no vaccine. They're experimenting. I'm now going to be freaking up and okay, it's just me home and I'm out in the garage, so I'm quite lucky that I've got any kind of internet really, because the Wi-Fi is all the way in the living room. Isn't technology amazing? I mean, I don't know how far away that is, but that's pretty far. And I've got steel wall, the aluminium walls for the garage, so it's going through that and everything. I find it amazing. I'm sitting in a garage, my ass off, underneath a blanket, and I'm talking to you. It's just amazing. It's really, to me, technology. I didn't have much to eat today. That's probably why I can't sleep a lot. I can't sleep right now. Tomorrow I'll be fine. Tomorrow will be fine. Yep, tomorrow's fine. I've got it organised. Today I couldn't get it organised. I just couldn't get myself motivated. And my mate was at the market, told me you're crazy. You should have just come down anyway. And I said to him, well, all right. He said, well, it's not, he said, well, it's not the same down here. And I said, I know. I'm just coming up with excuses. I should have went. Shouldn't have had any excuses. But here it was freezing cold, right? Fucking and windy and horrible here. I mean, it was freaking thunderstormed and everything. My godfather, but over in Scoresby, it was fine. Over in, half an hour away, it's fine. Yeah, anyway, so I'll try. I sent a message to my friend about the raw latex. I was looking at the masks and reminding myself. I did send a message to him and asked him about my latex. How's that going? I really want to get some projects done. I've got a lot of over there in the moulds. All the moulds are freaking ready. It's okay if you're painting them all together if they're the same mask. It makes it a little bit more difficult for me if they're all different. Because it's too much paint mixing. I've got to sit there and mix all the different colours. Yeah, it's a pain in the bum to do it. But it's fun, but it's a pain. So I'm really hoping that I hear from my friend this week. I really am. I've got to do some kind of art, man. It's an income that I don't have, and it's really sucking because I don't have a whole lot of cash, and, and I can't make any masks. And I'm looking at them go, that's 80, that's 80, that's 80, and I can't make the fucker. You know what I mean? Like I get 100 for me Corey nowadays. I get $100 for that, um, and I can't make him. There's nothing I can do about it. Damn. So as I can do the Corys, no, it's still not going to work though, man. The colours aren't as nice as if you're not doing mixing them with latex. If you just paint them on straight paint, man, it's not the same. It's just not the same. I got to get a belt for that ghost to finish the ghost. Needs a nice chunky belt on the back, then he's ready. But I missed an avenue today, didn't I? So I can't really complain too much. Yeah. Another day tomorrow, another day, another dollar. That's how it works out, really. Um, what about the super carrier? We did that one. Sorry, boys. Shaver's lack of stamina and poor defence was his downfall. Shavers. Oh, they must be talking boxing. Sorry. You're talking boxing. My BF has got you on to boxing, has he? Ken Norton. Isn't he MMA? Ken Norton? No, that's Shamrock. Sorry, Ken Shamrock. That's the last one I watched, Shamrock. He was good. Why would you listen to an educated doctor? I don't listen to uneducated doctors. Well, you're not going to learn too much if you don't listen to them. Robert, Charlie, and Quian's relationship would have to reset to 0 for a chance. Julian, Robert, Charlie, and Quian's relationship would have to be reset to a 0 for a chance. Correct. Yeah. Correct. But we are, I am here every day, and I'm really nice, like any other husband, like I am normally. Um, I don't, I don't say anything bad to her at all, mate. And even if I have a feeling that I will back the fuck off. I'll never speak to her like that again, mate. Ever. I don't even want to raise my voice, man. Ever again around them. Ever. I don't even want to do that. I don't even want to do that. If I feel myself getting, excited or, I walk away. I honestly walk away, boys. I come out the back. I don't film anything. I don't, nothing. I want them completely away from everything. I don't want them harmed in any way, shape, or form. I don't want them. I don't want them woken up. I don't want them anything like that, man. These are my fucking girls. Whether she divorces me or not, it don't matter. She's still mine. I still live here. And I would always watch her back. Always. Whether she's with someone else or not, I'll always watch her back. It's Echo's mum. So, but I don't do anything like that anymore, mate. I don't, no interest in yelling, and I do it from here in the garage and stuff. And as soon as I know they're on the property, I end the stream. I don't want them hearing me yelling and in a mask yelling, and I don't want my daughter seeing me like that, right? Because it scares Echo. One good thing did come out of that conversation the other day I had with that fucking tool that contacted me through the messages. Um, he asked me to notice my face. Go and look at your face, and that's what's scaring them. He said because your intensity, you're intense. I said, yeah, I'm a toxic cunt. I don't talk shit. Right? If I say something, you're better off to listen than not, because it's a big problem if you don't. Right? Um, but that's how I've always been in my whole life. He said, well, that's what's scaring them. That's what'll scare your daughter. Your eyes and your mannerism on those times. He said, it doesn't matter. You had no intention of doing any harm. He said, I'm not saying that. He said, but you can look like you are. And I said, he said, it's just you look at the way you're doing it because you're. I said, well, I'm pretty intense. He said, that's what I mean. He said, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Your intenseness. He said, that's what scares them. He said, so you got to back off all of that. You got to change all of that, buddy. You got to show her you love her. Not that she needs to be scared of you. He said, regardless of anything else, man. He said, maybe that's what, no, might have happened down the track. You might have, all it would have taken, Charlie, is you answering a thing the wrong way and reacting the way you do. And the woman would have automatically been, plus you don't want to do it for her anyway. You want to do it for yourself, Charlie, so you can grow, mate. So you don't have to do that anymore. You won't be like that anymore. So you've got to concentrate on it a bit, and smile, and he said it doesn't matter what someone else is doing. He says you yourself have to have that outlook. You have to have that feeling yourself, regardless of what someone else is doing for you, and, which is correct. Every day I've got to swallow the pill, and I get up and smile, and just carry on with the day. Carry on, right? Um, so yeah, he's probably right, and that's what did come out in that conversation. He did make me realise that. So that's great. I'm happy to grow. I don't want to. I'll never do that again, man. I'll never do that again, man. The yelling and all that. It'll never happen, man. No, I walk away, man. I don't want her afraid of me. I don't want my kid afraid of me. You and I'll never raise my voice like that in front of her. Well, I'm really going to try, but, like I'm consciously thinking about it. So I'm really trying because I actually consciously think about it. Like if there's a problem with Echo or whatever like that, I like, because Echo's been pretty naughty. she's pretty naughty. Like she is. She's pretty naughty, man. Like she come in here today and I'm sitting here and I was on the phone like I am now. And she said, oh, Dad, I got a new toy. And she threw it at me and hit me straight in the friggin' head with it. Straight here. A rubber toy. Friggin' hurt. I was fucking like, what was that? And she's like, sorry, Dad. Just come here, you give me a cuddle. What do you want anyway? Coming in here throwing things at your dad for. What do you want? She started laughing and stuff. But she throws things, man. And she kicks at school. She doesn't put up with any. She takes all the toys. Kicks the kids, punches the kids, apparently. I don't want to say it, but I think she might be a bit of a bully, my daughter. I don't know what's going on. I don't think so. But apparently she's been picking on the kids. I don't know how to explain it, guys. And she doesn't know shapes. It's bugging us. I don't know if it's out of laziness or maybe she's got a brain thing going on. Because, circle, square, and triangle, I'm having a huge problem with it, fast boy, with her. Like I really am, man. She's fine if you go. What's this circle and square and triangle? Now you tell me, Echo, what it is, please. What is this one? And she doesn't know. And I'll go through it again and again nicely. Craig, really, it's my daughter, man. Sit down, happy to fucking do that shit. So we go through it 20 times with her, and again she can't tell me what each one is. I'll ask her, what is this one? She'll say it's a circle and it's a square. So I don't know if she's been cheeky or lazy, because it's starting to bug the teacher. It's starting to bug the teacher. She said all the other kids know what it is. She said they know what it is, they know what shape it is and stuff. She said, and your daughter won't answer me, just goes quiet. And I said, well, what do you think it is? I think she said, you got to sit her down every couple of nights and just go through the shapes and stuff with her and see if you can get her to pick it up. But she seems pretty lazy, man, my daughter. Like, she knows what it is. She's just freaking lazy, doesn't want to say. That's what I think anyway. Well, fingers crossed. I really am hoping that. And I haven't been able to do any lessons with her because she doesn't get home until late. Every single night she's been home late. And I haven't thought about it. That's the number two thing. I haven't thought about it. Yeah, so we've got a little bit of a behavioural thing with Echo. So that was another reason to never be like that again. Never. Not, I don't want her. I'll never raise my voice in front of her like that. I didn't even think about my kid in the thing at the first time, man. I didn't even think about it, and I was really upset with my wife. I was hurt. That's all. No excuses though. No excuses. For the dog lovers in the stream, the dog lovers in the stream. The dogs' beds are all down. I put them in the sun for them the whole day. The dog beds, because they were soaking wet from the rain yesterday. Absolutely soaking wet. I put them on the clothesline for the day and dried them out. And now the dogs are sleeping on their beds. Okay, they're not sleeping on the concrete or anything like that. I made sure those beds were dry. I made sure I turned them over. Cooch's fucking rat dog is lying on her big freaking cushion. It's fucking 10 times the size of her. And I know she's got this little tiny one. That's right, she sleeps on a little tiny one, and the other dog sleeps on that big one. But anyway, I dried them out for the dogs, so the dogs are comfortable tonight. Okay, they're not sleeping on concrete rough. Um, yeah, I made sure that I did the beds for them. They were so happy. I got to tell you, boy, they were actually happy, especially Timo. Big fucking wag of the tail, fucking really, really liked that. And that rat fucking bed, I had to pull it apart. I had to pull the inside out because it was dry on the outside but all wet on the inside. So I pulled it all out for her and dried it all up, man. Oh, she loved that. She really did. Yeah, she got curled up into that bed real quick, man. Right into the fucking bed, man. Right in there. Because it's that one that curls up. So, little coocher dog's cool. Fucking mongrel dog. Oh my god, what a barker. It's just non-stop all day. Imagine that in a two-bedroom apartment. Oh, jeez. Oh, you poor thing. You think I treat him? What are you talking about? The owner lives in a two-bedroom apartment. Two-bedroom apartment. Oh my god. There's no lawn. There's no grass. There's no nothing. Yeah. And you want to complain at me? That's why they bring him here, because the dogs can run around the lawn all day. Oh, Coocher can't. Freaking bolts. But anyway, I come on here to talk about that corona thing for a little while, okay? I need you to pay more heed to the information, pay heed to it, um, and prepare. Prepare. If you've got a little bit of a bank, ladies and gentlemen, go out and get some canned food. Get 3 months worth of fucking food, water, bottled water, any medication you might need in the future. Your parents, your mum, whatever's on medication, get that medication. Get a few months worth of that medication, and start storing this shit away. The pantry. Stuff for making bread. To bake the bread. That machine, bake the bread. Yeah, you need all those materials, and get a bit of a pantry going. Sugar, tea, coffee. You need all those kind of things, man. 3 months worth, a month worth, then 2 months worth, then if you can't afford it. All right. Yeah, that's a really good idea. Just get that extra bit of food. You don't have to go out fucking every 2 or 3 days or whatever. You can go out and do your shopping once a month or once every 2 weeks. You go and get yourself a steer. Go and get yourself a good whack of meat. Put it in the freezer. Have it already chopped up, ready to go. So you don't have to worry about your meat. Your deer and all that. You get all that in there. Duck in there. All in that in there. The chicken in there. All fucking frozen up. You get the canned food fucking organised. All right. So you've got food and water. Because you do not know what could happen in 3 6 months. Right? If it hits, if it gets established, the first thing that gets wiped out is the food, is the supermarket. That's the first thing that gets wiped out, boys and girls. The supermarket gets swamped, and there's nothing left. Nothing. All right. There's nothing left. So get all that stuff together, man. Get your pastas, get your noodles, get all your Paul Newman spaghetti sauce. Oh, I miss a good Paul Newman spaghetti sauce. Paul Newman. Oh, I love a Paul Newman fucking spaghetti sauce. Oh, yum. Especially socceroonie. Socceroonie, you can never go wrong with a bit of socceroonie. Can't get it in Australia anymore. Can't get it in any of the supermarkets anymore. I do not know why, but I have not been able to buy any Socceroonie or Paul Newman's anywhere. Not for a long time. You have to really hunt for it, and you might find the spaghetti. You might, but you won't find the Socceroonie. Yeah, it's got that real nice, it's lovely, lovely spaghetti sauce. And I'm a real fan of Paul Newman. A real fan. He's died now. How many with virus where you live, Charlie? There is one confirmed case in Frankston. Other than that, I've heard no information at all. Nothing is spoken about on the news. Nothing is spoken about in any kind of programming or anything that I look on Google and I try and find the information. It's behind a paywall. Any of the information is behind a paywall. You've got to buy their subscription to get the info. Everything. And there's only two people when you look that article up. It's all Herald Sun. Herald Sun seems to be controlling the internet part of things, and you've got to go through a paywall to get to it. So I don't know. I don't like when it's on a paywall, Ned. I just, this really life-changing, important information. Like people are fucking dying information, and you want it behind a paywall. You need to get paid, all right? So no, I haven't bothered with it other than that, man, where I am. Um, why would you listen to an educated doctor? I've done that one year. And I am, oh, sorry, Julian. Finish that conversation, man. I am trying, Julian. In answer to your question, like I really, you know, I'm all she's got. I'm all she's got, guys. I'm all that little Echo has too. I mean, seriously, man, your parents aren't coming here. They're not going to come here for a long, long time. You can't go there. You can't go there for a long, long time. And if you did go there, you can't come back. You can't take the kid. Kid's staying here. So I think maybe some realizations are coming in on her side. Realizations, you know, because your plans are gone. Whatever plan you had going is fucking gone. It's gone. You can't have the same. You can't have the same game plan now. So hopefully it might bring her down to a level a little bit more, because she's been really nice. Well, been nice to me, talking to me, and just communicating, and then we leave each other. I don't push it or anything. But she's been very pleasant. It's been nice. It's been a difference. Like I don't know how to explain it. Okay, just, she's just been nice. And I didn't get home here until fucking 10 o'clock tonight. I didn't get home until 10. I was out. I went out with me mate. Just fucking around with him for a little while. And I ended up just sitting outside of his house waiting for him because I was worried about him. I thought he'd had an accident or fucking something. So I thought if I go, then my luck, 5 minutes later, he'll come. That's my luck, right? So I thought I'd just hang around and hang around and I didn't know about McDonald's. I didn't know about that. And then he finally come home and he said, "Oh man, I'm so sorry." He said, "I'm just so sorry, Charlie. You've been here that whole time." I said, "Of course I have, man. I'm waiting for you, man. I was fucking worried about you, man. Where were you? Like what happened to you, man? You all right?" Fucking grabbed him by the arm. "You all right, man? Fuck, where you been?" He said, "Oh man, I got fucking pulled over by the cops." He said, "I've got my heart condition," which he's got a heart condition. And he said, I explained that to the cop. I said, "Well, how did you get into that conversation?" He said, "I don't know. I was getting traumatized, Charlie, because we're the line for the booze bus." He said, "And I don't know, my heart was starting to race, and I told the cop, I need to stop the car for a minute." And he's asked me, "What's wrong?" I said, "I've got a heart condition. I can feel it palpitating. I can feel my heart going. Please, can I just sit here for?" And they were really worried about me, Charlie. The cops were really worried. He said, they wouldn't let me out of their sight. He said, I had to wait for the ambulance and fuck it. I said, "Well, what's," he said, "Yeah, my heart, Charlie." He said, "I don't know." He said, "I'm just going through the thing and it started to jump." He said, "I could feel it jumping." He says, I know my body." And he said, "I had to stop the car." He said, "I had to stop the car and tell the cop to fucking help me." He said, "I don't know." He said, "I just, you could be brought on by a panic attack or anything. It could be brought on by, I'm stressed or something like that." And he said, "And it's a legit condition." He said, "I've got doctor shit for it. I take medication for this." And he said, I could die easily. I could die. Literally. Try to get out of there and no one's letting me go. He says, "I was there for 3 fucking hours, Charlie. I was there for 3 hours." They said, "Oh man, it was horrible." He said, "But they checked me out. They checked my pressure out and stuff to make sure I'm all right." I said, "What'd you do all that for, Al?" I'm looking at him. "What'd you do that for, Al?" Because I know him. He said, "Oh, I had a couple of drinks." I said, "What did you do?" He said, "Because I don't drink, Charlie. I'm like you." He said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, I went and seen Rah Rah this afternoon after the market, and I've had 2 beers, 3 beers." He said, "I'm pretty fucking drunk." He says, "Because I don't drink." He says, "I'm so fucking drunk off 2 beers." He says, "I was afraid I was going to get busted." He said, "So I took I took the heart route." He said, "I just didn't realise they were going to call the ambulance and take me to hospital and do a full exam." He said, "I had no idea they'd do that." He says, "I thought they just fucking, let me go." He said, "They didn't even test me." He said, "They didn't even give me any test at all. Nothing." He said, "They just fucking made me do all this stuff. Because they can't let you go, man. That's why. They've got to make sure you're all right because they're responsible for you once you're there. Anything special happening? No, no, no. I want to see Mousy jump on this Elmer Fudd hat, on his Elmer Fudd hat. Um, then ignores him and he comes here and cries. "I'm coming here to cry, Jenny. Keep running your fucking mouth. You just don't stop running your mouth with your shit." And the worst thing is, man, I actually welcomed you here when you were here the last time. Now your ass is mine. Fuck off. Boom. Gotcha. You can get out of here, mate. You're done. You're done. And the only reason you got in here past my, because of BF is I asked him to leave you alone. But you're just fucking too cheeky, man. I don't want you out of here. I'm sick of your bullshit. Um, Alright, we'll wipe you too, mate. Right, bang. Now it'll work. Do I get the right button there? I'll make sure I get the right button. Oh, I didn't get it. No, it didn't take. Oh, anyway, I want to go now anyway. I'm not sitting up all night. I've already been 2 hours. Fucking done. I'm sick of it. Of arguing with these people all the time. And the same people. I'm just sick and done with it. I'm done with arguing with them. I've got a lot better things to do in my day than spend fucking an hour kabooming the same people over and over. I think it's good for the chat too if I get rid of them. You know, what were we talking about? The corona, right? The coronavirus, right? That's what we were talking about. The burning of the money, mate. Right? Burning of the money. Man could watch Dobby 24 hours. So interesting. Man could watch. Oh, thanks very much. It's getting a bit late. I think it's fucking nearly midnight here now. So 1 o'clock in the morning. I might cruise out of here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, if it's all right with you, and get some sleep. It was mainly that one thing, the Corona thing and washing the money, and I believe this is the start of cashless society. The introduction of it, the first steps. Yeah, they'll introduce it when you start asking for it, and it'll be mentioned more in the newspapers and magazines and that how they're afraid of the money, right? And they'll introduce it, man. It'll be bang done, sorted. They'll just burn all the money that comes in, man. There won't be any money. They'll just burn it all. They'll burn it. It'd be a good way to introduce the digital currency. I might be wrong. Hopefully, I'm wrong. All transactions can't be digital, man. It's impossible. I was thinking that also. It is impossible that all transactions are digital. Like that's pure control, oligarchy control, banking control. And it's impossible. As normal people, we need cash. I mean, we don't walk around with a credit card and a fucking reader. I mean, that means that every person would need some kind of a reader, so that if anybody bought something from you or whatever, you had a way of doing that. You know what I mean? Like the normal person would have to have one. I mean, what happens if you have a garage sale? You know what I mean? Like he wants to sell his car, or like of course he's going to need a way of transferring all of that, right? So you wouldn't. Otherwise, it would take both of you going to the bank and one transferring and one receiving it if you didn't have cash. Um, that's weird. But in America, if you drive around with $10,000 anyway, you'll have it confiscated in America. Asset forfeiture laws over there. So anything over 10 grand, they will forfeit it, and you've got to prove where you got it from, and you're still not going to get it back. You're not going to. I was reading about today a trucking company, a legit trucking company, who sent their employer to go and buy new trucks over in there's new trucks at auction, and they sent him interstate, and he had 181,000 on him, 181,000 cash, and the guy got to the office. He can only account for $156,000. The rest of it they don't know about. It didn't exist. So everyone is copping a whack. There was 181, and it went down to 153, something like that, 154, whatever it was. So there's a good rack of fucking cash, man. It's just gone, bang, couple of grand here, couple of grand to you, couple of grand to where. Everyone's got a couple of little bit of an earn. Everyone had a little bit of an earner on that day, and he's never been able to get the money back, even though it's legit, even though it's completely legit. Why? Why did he take cash? Because the person that wanted to sell the trucks doesn't take PayPal. That's why he wants to be paid in cash. The person selling the trucks, they want to be paid in cash. Like not everyone wants to be, a digital freaking. They don't want that, man. He wanted cash. That was the arrangement to buy these trucks, heavy duty trucks, big fucking trucks, from one shipping company to the next shipping company. Anyway, they've still kept his money, man. 155 grand. They still haven't given that shit back, and that's 18 months ago. He may lose the company. That's what he says. I may lose everything, house, everything. He said, because how am I going to cover that for that a period of time? And you've got to go and hire lawyers and everything to get it all back. He said it's costing me a fortune just to get them to court. He said, and then they don't have to do anything. They don't have to give it back. Yeah, it's really weird. They deal with the cash as a human thing. Cash is human. The cash itself is human. You are not human. The cash is. They're safeguarding the cash away from you, the human away from you. It's fucking so weird the way the law's written. You wouldn't have written that way, right? That's how it's written, dudes. I swear to God, that's how it's written. The cash is really a person. Is dealt with in the asset forfeiture laws as a person. So that's why it has. They don't have to give it back. Yeah, it's up to the cash whether it wants to go back or not. That's fucking swear to God. That's how it's written. It's up to the cash whether it wants to go or not. It's not up to the government. So the cash doesn't want to go. Okay, we can stay here then. You can stay here. We'll take care of you, mate, until you want to go home. Right? It's true. That's how they've got. That's how they've written the law. That's how the law was described to me. That's how they've done it. Um, Little Echo's got her school tomorrow. Little Echo's got her school. She loves the school. I'm going to get up early for her tomorrow and get the bread for her. So she's got fresh bread for her sandwiches in the morning. Have nice fresh bread for her. She's got ham and cheese. She's got yogurt. She needs a piece of fruit. You need to get her a banana or something like that. Fruit. I've got to get that in the morning. That's what I look forward to. You see, boys, that's the kind of dad I am. You know, I'm already looking forward to getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning to go down and give my daughter fresh bread for her lunch. You know, make sure that she's got enough to eat for her lunch. I haven't eaten. I haven't eaten. I haven't eaten. But I'll make sure she does. I will. I'll make sure she does. I've got to survive here until Wednesday. Wednesday. I fucking made a big mistake not going today. Need to kick myself. I did. I made a mistake not going. And it's cost me fucking $18 or something left. For Echo. And Mum cooked her dinner tonight. I said that dinner. I told you Mum was going to cook her dinner tonight. So I'm supposed to get her dinner tomorrow night, which is Monday night. So I don't know what I'll do. There's no pizza because I haven't had pizza in a long time. I thought I'd get her a pizza. Echo likes pizza. Meat lovers with anchovy. Meat lovers one, but she's not fussy. Well, she won't eat anything that's spicy. I know that. She won't touch anything spicy. So I thought I'd get her a pizza or something tomorrow night for dinner. Try and I'm thinking tonight for tomorrow night's dinner for my daughter. And I haven't eaten dinner tonight. I've just got to make sure I've covered her dinner. I've got to make sure I cover hers. And I'll try and do some masks, man. Get a mask fucking done. I've got to try and pull something from somewhere. I really do, or I'm going to be totally fucking skint. Fucking Monday afternoon, Tuesday. I've got to organise something. So that's sitting on my shoulders. Probably another reason why I haven't been sleeping is just been constantly thinking about it. How can I make one of these masks without any latex? How can I pull it off? How can I do the mask without a freaking latex? I've got to occupy my time tomorrow, man. I've got fucking 10 raws sitting in front of me right there and another 8 raws in the moulds. So there's 18 masks that I could make. So it's quite a lot. 8 eights is 64. 8 ones are 8. 8 and 6 is 14. So that's $1,500 worth of stock. $1,500 worth of raw latex sitting there. Raw mask. Even at $80 each. So I got to do something, man. I want my bank back. I want my bank back. I was smart enough to get it before all this kind of thing, and the things that have been going on, right? Well, that stresses the shit out of you. Absolutely stresses the shit out of you. Um, I'll get something to eat tomorrow, and it'd be good. It's late. All right, listen, someone, mate, give him a kiss and a cuddle. Tell him you love him. All right, show some love. Girls, same thing. Show some love. Don't be such a fucking bitch all the time. I was talking to this woman the other day. Before I go, I could tell you this other story. I was talking to this woman the other day, and she was telling me how bad her man was. I'm like just listening and listening. I don't say anything. Just listening. So it's it's 11 o'clock at night. She's telling me 11 o'clock at night, and he tells me he's hungry. Right? And I said, oh, that's okay. So he wants a salad roll. Okay, that's fair enough. And she said, I went up and made him a salad roll. I said, what, you got out of bed and you made the guy a fucking roll? Are you kidding me? You're a legend. I said, what, you actually cook for the guy? You're a fucking legend. I said, you do the dishes? You're a fucking absolute screamer. She does all of that. She's a real traditional chick. She does all that shit. He doesn't have to do anything. Um, anyway, she said to me, when I went out to the kitchen to make the roll, and I've come back into bed, he's asleep. I said, well, it was late. He's probably crashed out, you know. She said, yeah, I took the roll and I banged it right on his head and told him to eat the fucking roll. I said, well, so what did you do? You've took the roll, right, and your man's asleep, and he's a cunt, right? He's a cunt, right? And you smack the roll against his forehead to wake him up, bang, and demand that he eats this roll. And you see nothing wrong in that. He's the bad guy. Godfather. Oh, Jesus. He's the bad guy. Like, fuck, I just laughed. I said, how is he a bad guy, love? I said, the guy's waiting for you in bed to make a roll. You walk in the room and you smack him in the head with a fucking roll because you're pissed off you had to make it. I said, you can't blame the bloke if he went mad at you, started yelling at you or whatever. Why'd you smack me in the head? Rah, 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 rah. But they don't realise how nasty they are. They don't realise it, man. I mean, you love the bloke enough to get out of bed and make him a roll, and you smack him in the head with it when you come back in. Oh, I just laughed. I don't say anything though, man. I don't say nothing to anybody, just to you. A few thousand people that view. That's the only people that know. It's shh. Anyway, those are my stories for the day, man. I just thought I'd share it with you. I was lying in bed and I was going to go to sleep, and I keep thinking about the end result of all of this. Where's it all going to go? 3 months, 6 months down the track, what's the end result for all this? And I believe it's digital. I believe it's cashless society, man. That's where I think they're going, a cashless society, when it's all said and done. And there won't be any cash. And if there's no cash, that means the gold and silver won't be where they are now. They might actually get to their real value, gold and silver, because that'll be the only real money, the only real money. And knowing these bankers, mate, they'll still keep it down. They'll keep it down for as long as they can, and they'll buy it. That's what they want. They want to buy it. J.P. Morgan owns 700 million ounces of silver, guys, physical silver in his vault. 700,000 ounces. I wonder what he knows that we don't. Hey, why is he buying up the whole world supply of silver that's available? He's buying everything. Just, you got to think about these things a little bit. There must be a reason, okay? I mean, that's a banker. You think he'd want paper because he's a banker. Instead, he wants to fill up a big silver vault full of the shit. And I think it's going to be the new paradigm. The new whatever's down the track. There's got to be a reason why this person is storing this much fucking silver. They don't do that shit for nothing. There's something in the works, down the plan, in the box. It may take a few years. It may take 10 years. Because they think in blocks. They don't think like me and you. They think in blocks of 10 years. 20 years. A generation. They'll actually plan a generation upon another generation. They're very clever. And they're very wealthy. See how windy it is in here, man? Look at the curtain, man. It's pretty chilly. And pretty lonely. And no one there. That sucks. That sucks. Every single girl I've ever had, man, has always fallen asleep on my shoulder, fucking cuddling me. Always got a leg cropped over the other leg. That sucks, man. I never had that the entire marriage. I never had it once. I do look at her and miss her, man. I do look at her and, bastard. Give me some love. That's what I said to her. Give me some love. Jesus, why can't you give me some love? You know, we've got a fucking family. We've got to stick together for Echo. We've got to do whatever we've got to do for Echo. It doesn't matter. You know, I mean, geez, you think you're perfect. I am, then she pops up, well, I am perfect, Rara. Yeah, enough of that bullshit. No one's perfect. Enough of the fucking fairy tale bullshit, will you, love? I mean, no one's perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. Fucking the only perfect worked around here, and they crucified him. That's the fucking the only person that walked around here on earth, love, and they crucified him. Um, so I am trying to swing it around a bit, man. Keep the family unit together. Keep it strong. Keep it up. I got to get shit organised, man. Get my head right and get my fucking shit organised. I think it'd be different if I had my masks going, yeah, because I would have had that income. I would have had that income from the masks. It all matters, mate. It all matters. Oh, God. Okay, it's nearly 2 in the morning, I think, fast boy. It's pretty late there, fast boy, Craig, mate. Not past your bedtime yet, fast boy? Yeah, they're only one child, mate. They're pretty spoiled. I keep on hitting her up. Give me a brother or a sister. I keep on telling her, give me a brother or sister. Why you only give me one? You should have given me 2, 3, and then you can. She started laughing. Why didn't you give me 2 or 3 of these? What about Danish YouTube Bajorn girlfriend from Thailand in the old photo? She looks like a model. Now she looks like a sumo. Really? Ugh. I haven't seen it, mate. Bajorn. I don't know who the Danish YouTuber is, mate. Bajorn. Never seen it. Chinese are spoiled. We did that one. Last one, I fell asleep on my shoulder. I had to chew my arm off to get out. Oh, I miss those days, mate. Champion. They sit there and sit on your shoulder. And just fall asleep. It's the little things, mate. Just the little things. She is perfect. She has the golden snatch. That's it, mate. Got to have that golden snatch. Get some biscuits from KFC. We don't have biscuits here, Peter Maguire. That's an American thing. We don't have biscuits here, mate. That's an American thing. Put the cats in the garage and take their room. That'd be an idea. Yeah, that won't work. I'd believe that too, Joe. I don't know if she can do that, mate. Possible. I don't think it's in the character to do. Just doesn't know. Maybe, I don't know. I fucking don't give. I don't care anymore. I fucking don't care. I come over at 10 o'clock in the morning, mate, and she opened the door for me. At 10 o'clock tonight, and she opened the door. I just wanted a cup of tea. I just went to open the door, it didn't open, and that's it. I didn't knock or anything like that, man. I just walk away. And she came from the bedroom and opened the door, and then went to the bedroom. So it was really nice of her, because she's never done that, ever. Never done that. Never done that. I went over to my mate's house, man, get out of the house for a little while. 4 hours, 5 hours gone. I've been gone most of the night. I wasn't doing it. I didn't get up to any trouble. I didn't do anything wrong or anything. Just out with me, mate, talking to me, mate, and had to wait there for him. I was worried about him. There's no good leaving, so I had to wait fucking 3 hours. I couldn't believe it. They said, yeah. But they arrested me. He said, arrested me, took me down there and not arrested me, took me down to the hospital. Put me in the ambulance and took me down to the hospital. And I said, well, it's better than losing your license, man. It's better than losing your license, dude. If you get done for drunk driving or anything, it's really easy to get done here, man. You can't, there's a zero tolerance here. Zero tolerance. You'll get into big trouble for whatever you're over. So it's not really worth it here to do. You're better off to stay at home or not drive. That'd be good, Diane. Take their room. Test account number 5. I don't know. How tall is Dobby? How tall am I? I don't know, man. That garage going to be like an ice box in winter, buddy. It was fucking, and I was fully dressed in winter. Yeah. And then I'd get naked by the end of the night, mate, because I'm so fucking hot. Because I got blankets on. I'd be stripped down, mate, because I'm just too hot. I have to take the blankets off. My Doonas aren't the old cheapos, man. These are the good Doonas. This is the fucking right. Yeah, this is a really good Doona, man. So's the one up there I've got, and I've got another one over there, and I've got a blanket. Yeah, but you're right. Yes, it is very cold. You don't want to get up and go to the toilet. Put it that way. You certainly don't want to be drinking much tea at night, late at night, because you'll get up. It's fucking no fun, mate, going up there in winter to take a piss. Let me tell you. Mm, we're here right now. Petrol was $1.70 over where my friend lived. $1.70. It is $1.19 on the freeway here in Cranbourne. $1.19 and $1.25 at the 7-Eleven. But over in his area, Caulfield, $1.70. Very expensive. Incredible. $5 doesn't take you much. $5 doesn't get you very far in over there with petrol prices. Like I was, I think there's anything left in that tank. I really don't. I never seen the light go on. The light didn't go on, so I was lucky for that. I was lucky. I did too much driving around for 3 hours waiting for him because I can't. I don't go into his house or anything. I'm just standing out the front, right? So I thought, oh fuck it, I'll go and get something to eat and come back. Okay, done that. Go, fucking hell. I'll go for a drive down there and come back. Okay, do that. Fuck, he's still not here. Wait a little while. He's still not there. I gotta, So I was getting a bit worried. Meet you at my house, Charlie. Fucking rah rah. So, yeah, sweet. I was fucking on my way. Just waiting, man, waiting. The breakfast of champions. What is Uncle Joe? What's the breakfast of champions? Coffee milks are full of sugar, Mr. Champion. You betcha. The new paradigm. That's it. Have a good laugh at that. What is coffee milk? Oh, it's one of the greatest inventions fucking known to man. That's what is coffee milk. Oh, it's one of the best. Insane, mate. I will have to barter my coffee milks. Yeah, that's it. You'll be king in a cashless society, Charlie. Yeah, I will, mate, because I've got no fucking money. It's a loveless society, yeah. Foreskin hats back. That's it. We need a bit of that. Bum boy Barker. Fucking cheeky cunt. My ex gave me no rolls, only the smack in the head. Gave you no rolls, just a smack in the head. What are you going to do a meet up? Me? A meet up? What the fuck do you want to meet me for? When am I going to do a meet up? What do I fucking look like to you? Huh? Do I look like a guy you want to be meeting up to? What do you want to meet me for? Go and meet Sydney Megtow. He seems like a much fucking better fella than me. What would you want to meet me up for? What's the purpose in that? I can't buy you beer. Sorry about that. It looks good, Peter. What I've seen. I don't know what you've seen. Yeah, Paul had a great time. Looks good, Peter. I don't know what that is about. Are you actually still going on about dishes? Change the record, Charlie. Go fuck yourself. I'll do whatever I want. What dishes? I wasn't even talking about dishes. I was never speaking about dishes. I wasn't speaking about any dishes. What are you talking about? Anyway, who cares what you're talking about? My ex has enough latex for 64 masks. They're banana shaped at the moment. That's funny, Mr. Champion. Yes, Paul Cooper. Over been to Costa Rica. No, I've never been to Costa Rica. I don't think Paul has either. My heck doesn't know. We did that one. Make Scott Morrison masks. No, thanks. Make Trump masks. There's some good Trump masks already available on eBay. You can buy a really good Trump mask on eBay. I actually like them. Do they have credit union in Oz? Credit union? I don't know, mate. No idea. I imagine they do. I don't know. Do a Trump mask, you make a fortune. It's already available on the eBay. Can you make a ghost face mask from Scream? Get it on eBay. There's wonderful ones on eBay. They're all there on eBay. That Peter McGuire and cheap. I've heard that Peter McGuire. Can you make me a ghost face? Choo choo sandwich. A choo choo sandwich, eh? His piece of shop kid here. He could to have you still working your job? Few days here, few days there. That's it. Nothing much to brag about. I will have to go to Thailand one day. Yeah, me too. Me too. I'd like to go there. That is correct, Uncle Joe. It teaches her a lot of things when you have a brother or sister. It teaches her a lot of things, especially how to share and friendship. You know, sisters and brothers teach you that. But it'd be good for her to have a play thing made, a play for her. She spent the entire day next door, man. Uncle Joe, Echo did. The roast potato lunch and all the rest. So I'm there dragging her back. Just do what you're told. Why? I don't need to give you a reason why. Just do what you're told. Come there now. I don't need to give you a reason. You're 4 years old. You just do what you're told. Doesn't matter what I tell you to do. You just do it. It doesn't matter. You have an opinion at 4 years old. Like Godfather. Just do what you're told. That's it. Because I wanted to make sure her mum got a dinner for her. And then like they were having dinner, so I didn't want to, disturb them. Um, I did the screen one, yeah, choo choo sandwich, did all that. Catch that mouse for a snack. Fried choo choo. Have you still been working? Done that one? I have to go. Done that one. The hills are alive with the sketch. My eyes. Kvetching of Junon. I don't even know what that is, man. I don't even know what that means. Is it good there, Peter? I don't know. Does Echo like swimming? Yeah. She does, man, David. Yeah, loves it. She even went today. I can't believe it. On a cold day like today, she even went today. The kid will go swimming whenever you want. Whenever it's, she's got her own card, lady the card, and she walks straight through. I don't know what that is. I don't know what kind of card it is, but it's from the Casey Swimming Centre. So she just tags in and that's it. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Paid like £2 for a watermelon. That's good. Charlie Red Sox have a new manager, Ron Reinecke. I like the Red Sox, man. They were my favourite team. I got a jacket of them. The Boston Red Sox. I haven't watched anything for a long time, man, because it's in America and don't really get a lot of sport here. There's nothing on TV, and even if it was, I don't really have the TV on a lot anyway. Oh, actually, I don't really have the TV on much at all. I think it's just a waste, the TV. Watching it is just repeats of shit I grew up with. So old. I mean, my Godfather. Australia plays movies from 19 and they're playing things from 1964. 1969. That kind of shit, like black and white stuff. It's incredible, black and white stuff, and it's never a Tarzan movie. I hate that shit. I want a Tarzan movie, man. I want something that's entertaining. And you never get a Tarzan movie on a Sunday anymore. That's all we ever got when I was a kid. You'd have a Tarzan movie in the afternoon. Yeah. I remember sitting there with my nan, and she'd cook a roast chicken with potato because I was too young. Dad was at the market of that. I'd stay with Nan, spend the day with Nan. I had a great time. She'd take me down the RSL. We'd go to the smorgasbord. I remember that with Nan, and we'd have all this food on the table, me and Nan, and I'd be eating like anything. I was a pig. I had heaps of food. Yeah, I remember that. They were good days, man. Nan. Yeah, she's a nice lady, man. It's a man's world in Thailand. Oh, really? Fuck. But I think the biscuit is cheaper in Thailand. uh, it would be a four coffee milks for a pack of smokes. Four coffee milks for a pack of smokes. Probably. Probably. Because they're only $5 each anyway. Um, all right, I've done all the whole up to there. That was good. I'm glad I kept up with that. All right, I'll go up to this one now. I like that Family in Space series with Mr. Smith and the robot. Yeah, I like that too. You can't find it on YouTube, man. They don't let it play. Tarzan, I knew you loved men in their jocks, especially when I was like 6 years old. I used to love the Tarzan movies, man. They were great. I used to really look forward to them. All the Superman movies. There used to be Superman ones, the black and white. The see if it. Cool. I like that. That's it, Johnny Weissmuller. That's it, Johnny Weissmuller. That's the person that I remember. What year were you born, Dobby? I was born in 1968. 1968, man. Cashless society, Charlie. Cashless society. Charlie, you'll be actually have to have a job, you poor fucker. Good on you, Tom. Dobby, we grew up watching Skippy. That's it, mate. We did too, mate. I remember Skippy. Thank you for the memory. Robert Conrad died. Yeah, grew up with him too, man. He only just died a couple of days back, but I grew up with him too. What did he play? He played the God, he played so many roles. Can't think of. I'm not very good with names. Mm, the old Superman, mate. Kid Curry, Superman. UK gave you the Sunday roast. Be grateful. I am grateful. I like, but you can't afford the bastard anymore. You can't have a leg of lamb, mate. It's like $25 for a leg of lamb. I don't know what. And they don't eat it here. They don't eat it, man. They won't eat any of the lamb that I cook. You know, I want the roast lamb, roast potatoes, peas, gravy, peas, gravy. What else do I want? I want roast onion, um, roast corn. I like corn and gravy and all that. You know, the whole plate, right? And fresh bread. And they won't eat any of it. They won't eat any of it. None of it. Not a single carrot. Not a single vegetable. They won't eat anything. Yeah, they don't eat my spaghetti or anything, man. It sucks. Anything that I cook them, they never eat. Even my daughter's so hard for me to cook for her to eat. Like I'll cook her sausages and egg and what I cook it? No, sausages and mashed potato and fresh bread. And all she ate was the fresh bread. She didn't eat any of the sausage. She had no potato. She had a bit of fresh bread. That was it. Because she doesn't not used to eating the thing. I don't care, man. You don't want to eat? Don't eat. Fucking starve. Well, you'll soon eat then. What are you talking about? This is not a catering kitchen here. This is not a kitchen. This is what we have for dinner. You want to eat the dinner? Okay. If you don't want to eat the dinner, that's up to you. Okay? But I'm not cooking for you later. I told her that I'm not cooking for you later. Because I know my daughter, man. She just wants the ice cream. She wants the chocolate ice cream she knows that I bought, right? She's real clever. So she's trying to get dinner over and done with so she can get into the chocolate ice cream. So you know what I did, fast boy? I fucking just headed it off right at the snake head, mate. I just gave her the ice cream at the start. Oh, fucking, I'm not going through any of this bullshit anymore. I really did it, and I woke up to that. I gave her a little bit of ice cream in the bowl, right? A little bit of ice cream in the bowl, and then I left the sausage and the mashed potato on the table. So the kid eats the ice cream, and then 5 minutes later she's freaking hungry, and then she'll eat the sausage and the mash. She had some of the sausage. She didn't eat any of the mash. I had the mashed potato in the sandwich today. That's what I had. That wasn't bad. Mashed potato sandwich. That wasn't bad. I miss bacon. I haven't had bacon in a while. I miss bacon. Got a real taste for bacon lately. Have to see what I can do about it tomorrow. Just get a few strips of bacon. Fresh bread I need for Echo. Get a little bit of fucking bacon. $3 worth of bacon. Bread's $2. It's $5. She's got ham and cheese for her lunch. Okay, she's covered. That's all we got to do, mate. Make sure that the kid is covered. The kid has got plenty to eat. So she's going to have 2 sandwiches, the yogurt, piece of fruit. I think that's all that's there. 2 sandwiches and a yogurt. I pick her up at 2. I pick her up at 2. She eats all that just before 2. And I'll try and give her some breakfast when she gets up. I'll make her an omelette. I'll make her some a grilled cheese omelette. You know, get some food into her, man. She needs freaking to eat, you know, before you go to school, running around and that. So, I'm going to do that for her tomorrow. I've got a bit of a plan tomorrow for her. Yeah, do a cheese omelette for her on toast. Yeah, for a brekkie. Yeah, that's a good idea. Do some, yeah, that's what I'll do. After I come back from getting the bread. See, I like doing that for my daughter, guys. I'm big into that hands-on kind of thing. You know, cooking for my daughter and that, take care of her and her too, the ex-wife. Don't worry, ladies. Don't worry. I end up always cooking a little bit more. Get another piece of toast and put it together for her, but she never eats. But it does break down her walls because I do it every time I cook. I've offered her food many times. Many times, guys. Even the other day, was it yesterday? I put a sausage and some mashed potato on a plate for her when I was cooking for Echo. and just left it on the counter for her, just in the bedroom. I'm not, but I'd cook it for you. Just so you know. That's it. They walk away. That's all. That's all. It doesn't matter if she eats it or not. I don't care. I'll eat it later. It doesn't matter. I'll eat it later. I'll eat it fucking this afternoon or tomorrow morning. No problem in the world. I'll eat that. So there's nothing goes to waste. But the offer is there. You know, you've offered. That's what's important. You've shown gesture. You've shown kindness and love. Something that she hasn't got. She hasn't got anyway. That was sort of talk and tea and leave her in the house again. I don't. I don't. Nothing. I don't ask her anything, man. Um. Yeah, nothing. All right, boys, it's late. I'm going to try and get some sleep. I've unlocked what was on my mind, which was all about the corona thing and all of that. It's become very serious. Burning the money and stuff like that is very serious stuff. Okay. So anyway, I've said my piece. I'm starting to feel a bit sleepy and crash out. I think I've got to get up early in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, 7:30. I'm up. So stay happy. Shows your love. Most importantly, you get some love. Just some love. Simple fucking love. It's not much to ask, really, if you're with somebody. Take care. And I appreciate your time. I appreciate you watching my ads, if you don't mind. Put a box up, ladies and gentlemen, and plug those ads. You just let them go, right? Turn the sound down, and there are some long fucking ads on my videos. I do not know why, but they're like, I had to watch one the other day that was 4.5 minutes fucking long. Are you kidding me? Are you joking me? No, I'm not. 4.5 minute long friggin' ad. So, yeah, I just left it on and went and made a cup of tea. I actually couldn't believe it would be that long, but it was 4.5 fucking minutes. So I went and made a cup of tea and come back, and it was just playing the second ad. I mean, it's fucking joke, man. Like full on. I don't get to choose any of that. I just choose monetization. That's it. I don't choose what ad goes on there. Um, so yeah, they were pretty. Just leave the sound down and let it play. Do me the favour, please, boys. Okay, pump those fucking ads, man. Pump the motherfucker. None of us are wealthy, man. And every little bit of monetization really helps me to get out of the spot that I'm in. Fucking get some food and shit, whatever's going on that day. I've got to wait until the 21st. The 21st, my friend's going to help me with all that. So I'll be able to, show you that we do earn a little bit of paper money with the channel, which is great. Anyway, I appreciate your time, and I appreciate your company. I appreciate your thumbs up, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Or I'll see you again like on the next day or something like that. I generally come on every day for you now. Say hello. It's become part of my life now. Just whatever's going on in my life, I tell you about. What else am I going to do, I lead a pretty boring life other than that, except for Echo. She's the only thing that's not boring. My godfather. My kid does not fucking stop. All day, mate, my kid don't stop. 7 in the morning, she's up and she's freaking running around. I'm gonna make her breakfast and stuff, man. Get some food into her and freaking trying to chase her everywhere, trying to get her changed. You gotta chase after her to get her changed and shit. She just doesn't get changed. You gotta chase her everywhere to get it done. Total delight. An absolute delight. Cannot recommend kids anymore. Fucking, if you haven't got one, get one. Or start practicing to get one. All right, give us a thumbs up. Stay happy, healthy, and well, and we'll see you again tomorrow. All right, as I said before, God bless, and take care. If you're a God bless, Satan bless, whatever you want to say. That's it, man. All right, I appreciate your time, as I've said, man. So give us a thumbs up, you pricks. All right. Diane, Linda, thanks for turning up. Zeddy, thank you very much for turning up. We've got to help my David. Thank you very much, Peter. Uncle Joe, thank you very much. She's still using you for security. Yeah, Uncle Joe. Yeah, but it's changed now. How was the market this weekend? Shithouse, comedian. Totally crap. Electric car with solar. Red Rooster is Australian. We have KFC, McDonald's. Red Rooster's great chicken. Red Rooster's the best chicken in Australia. Red Rooster. Um, we have plenty of Nando's, man. We got Nando's here. We have Taco Bell. Yeah, that's true. Taco Bell's is frozen food, though, guys. Microwave. It's microwave food. They put it in the microwave. They prepare it, all the dishes, and then put them in the microwave to heat them. Pretty much sucks. And they heat them up. They don't cook it there and then. They actually heat the dish in an oven or whatever it is there too, and your dish comes out really hot. That's because it's all pre-done, pre-organized. They make great tacos though. The great taco. Oh man, they make great tacos. The beef taco and chicken taco. Oh man, I love them. They're only like $4 each or something like that now. They're pretty expensive now. $4.50 a freaking taco. Okay, have a good day. Thanks very much. As I've already said, give us a thumbs up. Fuck is all. I've got a fucking smelly ass and I've got to fucking go to bed. Alright, I've got big airy balls. Fucking huge motherfucking balls. Right. Anyway, have a good day from me and the baby arm, and we'll see you again fucking tomorrow. Alright, thanks very much, boys.